there was an idea called the Avengers Initiative. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people, see if they could become something more, to fight the battles that we never could.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Let's go! It's time Avengers assemble. Together we fight as one, so the villains starting to tremble. Let's go! Let's go! It's time Avengers assemble. Together we fight as one, so the villains starting to tremble. Let's go! Let's go! It's time Avengers assemble. Together we fight as one, so the villains starting to tremble. Let's go! Let's go! It's time Avengers assemble. Together we fight as one, so the villains starting to tremble. What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Welcome to another episode of the Avengers RoundTable. We've got a star study cast this time around, and my twin is late to the party, but there you go. We've got Johnny Rawker,
Mr. Hand Rubs.
What's up, y'all?
We've got Slight Stardust, Mr. Sadot the Gamer, TrixRidiculous, and your boy Jayshockblast, man. Welcome to the stream, guys. Thank y'all for tuning in. Thank y'all for coming. Let's get it.
Start off with something.
Go ahead, man.
I'm glad Sadot's here. I want to debut my new hat today.
Oh, tinfoil durag. Let's go. Let's go.
We're starting early.
There we go.
Hold on, guys,
So
guys,
we are ready to go.
Guys, there's a problem. Sadot
What's
didn't
that?
do his full intro. What's going on?
Oh, yeah.
I was waiting
Right.
for it.
Okay,
Oh,
Sadot, what are
yeah.
you doing?
I can do it for him.
Let's go, baby.
Let's get it, son.
Go ahead, Jayshockblast.
I can't do it, man.
No, right,
Trix, you
Sadot.
got it?
I-
Sadot,
I
tell you
know-
what. Wait, Sadot.
I'm sorry, I don't know it yet.
Sadot, do the
I didn't
intro and Jay will
practice.
try and mouth it while you do it. You know what I mean? Like,
Stardust, shut up, dog. Just stop. Go ahead, Sadot. Do your thing. Bro.
This is gonna be good. Hello, salutations. What it do is Stop the Gamer, all father, the do-rag gang, know the vibes, like and subscribe. Let's get it.
he got it. He got it. That was so
Y'all are
cool.
Crazy. Y'all
Love
know
it,
that?
love it.
Okay.
I love that. That's brilliant.
Oh God! Welcome to the stream, everyone. Tonight we are discussing the raid and the raid only. Maybe a little bit of Spider-Man at the end, but let's just.
I'll be useful.
Oof.
For the
Oh, yeah. Have you even played the raid?
Nope.
He hasn't. He hasn't. He's just here because he's pretty.
He's got a tinfoil hat on. He's going to come
I
out
will
with
take-
conspiracies about the
I'm
raid.
here for the laws.
Oh, okay, guys. So new content dropped Tuesday, including the raid with Spider-Man for PS only, and it dropped with a bunch of. I'll just let you guys talk. Your experience Tuesday morning, Johnny. You opened up your PlayStation 5, and you cranked up your stream. You downloaded that download, and you went in. How was your experience like, boss?
Man, it was good. I mean, I went 16 hours that day, and y'all know me. I don't ever do that shit. Spider-Man was all right. The raid was fun. There were things about it I loved. There were things about it I hated.
Mm-hmm.
Especially the fact I was in the lead with Spider-Man. In the lead. To be world's first Spider-Man through that shit. And we hit that last boss fight, man, and it bugged up and was one-shot killing us and all that shit. But I got to say, shout out to FK, Pewter Odin, and Lex that they stayed with me through the whole thing. And we still beat that shit with it trying to kill us. So
Nice, bro. Nice.
But man,
That don't
them
sound
bugs-
fun though.
Woo.
That don't sound fun to me. That sounds like it was trials and tribulations, sir.
It was, like I said, I appreciated them, man, sticking with me, but man, they got to fix some shit.
I feel you. We will not do you right now, Jay. We'll come back to you. These two guys down here, Mr. Sadot and Trix, I want to talk to them after we hear from you, Mr. Slight Stardust. So we kind of heard from you on the last show because you weren't supposed to be on this show, but you got drunk, so you came back on this show.
I got the double. I'm clouded.
You cranked up your game on Tuesday, bro. What was your experience, man?
All right, so listen, I was meant to join in with High Ruler, Sonic Photo, and the Brown Ball, and we got to the final bit. We went all the way through. Got to the final boss. One of us disconnected. We got the Hawkeye that disconnected, right? So we were fucked straight away because when you don't have split shot, it's over, right? So we tried our hardest, but we were getting one shot left, right, and center from something that wasn't even meant to hit us, and we were like, okay. And honestly, we went for 10 tries on the final boss, and I was like, you know what, High Roller, I've got real life shit to do, homie, and I had to go. So like that was my first experience. You know,
so your first experience, it was you not even completing it.
Didn't even complete it. I completed it, right? So I was streaming as well. As soon as I finished streaming, I was like, you know what? I need to finish this because I can't be a content creator on Marvel's Avengers without completing this fucking raid, right? So as soon as
I feel insulted.
Shay,
just
not a real one,
bro.
I'm not the real one.
So
Bye.
Listen, Jay, listen, I'm so sorry, bro. Listen, you're more clouted than all of us, all right? Let's relax. Right, so no, anyway.
Don't listen to Stardust. He was talking all this shit before the raid even started talking about.
Oh my god! I wasn't going to bring it up.
We're going to be the first.
I'm like, bro, I got two
right, okay.
Listen,
right? Okay, guys, listen. You're all on PS5s. We had a PS4 player that disconnected. Not our fault.
I want to hear that.
I didn't.
Listen, was talking so much shit that High Ruler woke up and said, "What the fuck?" I dropped dead.
I didn't expect to have someone in a console-style wheelchair, bro. All right, I didn't expect.
Bro, we told you that before it happened. I made a meme about you, bro.
All right, I'm sorry for expecting Marvel's Avengers to have a stable raid. All right, I'm sorry about.
Should have known.
Okay?
Yeah, you should have.
You can't be a Marvel's Avengers content creator and not know that there's gonna be bugs.
I didn't even know you could do the triple, like the more God Blast shit tricks until you uploaded your video, bro.
I know.
So like,
be more. I got another thing for you to learn in the next
Well,
video,
you know,
so
you're not a real Avengers content creator unless you can do triple God Blast.
Yeah,
bro.
I haven't even seen the web bomb shit that Trix posted yet, bro. I'm trying to avoid it until like, I need it. You know what I mean?
It's a little.
It's cheesy.
Speaking of Spider-Man, didn't I specifically say that we were going to finish the raid and
level up Spider-Man,
level up Spider-Man to level 150, and finish the raid with Spider-Man before you actually finished it?
Why was that fact?
Trix already said it. Listen, when I couldn't complete the raid the first time, I was literally in bed like this, like I needed to beat the raid, so I went on with like fucking a bunch of like other people, and I was Hulk, and I stood at the back. I was lazy. I decided to wait for them to kill the boss, and I did it. So like, you know, it's.
Bro, I'm gonna just say this much. Congratulations to the squad, Ultimates. We got 3 of the 4 members here. TrixRidiculous, Sadot the Gamer, and myself. Doug, we took that thing on. We had great communication. We got bugged out a little bit, but we still fought through it. Dude, we did a great job, fellas. And Trix, much props to you for taking that leadership role with Thor and giving us that clear communication. Do this, do that, do this, and we did it. So, man, hats off to you boys. Thank you. I played the raid with y'all. I talked to y'all through the whole raid. I saw the endings. I felt what y'all guys felt. So I'm gonna start with you, Trix. Your experience, bro. You know, you logged on. We got together. We did our damn thing. And how did you feel?
Great. I thought it was great. You know, obviously the raid has its own problems, and you're gonna hear about that more today. But we got lucky, right? That we didn't get any major game breaking bugs during our first run. I've run the raid probably about 6 total times now, and I have not. I've had bugs, one shots, things like that, but nothing that made me completely stop playing it. So I'm a little fortunate in that regard. I'm sure it'll happen soon. But overall, I thought the content was great. I thought it was a good mission. And that's, you know, it's not the type of mission I think players were expecting. You know, I come from like a Destiny background. So I was hoping that we were going to get some content that required a little more communication, required mechanics that you had to figure out. And, you know, I think a lot of people were a little salty day one, just like, that the raid took so long and then like you only got that one piece of gear. But like how many times now at least some people who've done it several times. And going into the future, we're going to be able to bang these raids out. Not, I say we as in the community in general, with our 15 easy. And, once you know the mechanics. So overall, great piece of content, and I am happy with it.
Okay. Twin. My dude, my twin Hawkeyes.
Polar opposite.
My twin Hawkeyes. We went in there and we was spreading that vibranium and that sonic, and we was hitting them with fire tornadoes and hunter arrows. And if I'm correct, if you feeling like I'm feeling, I did not enjoy myself, bro. It was not like, I mean, like I love the teamwork aspect, but
so I played the raid so far 3 times. 4 times.
We did it twice today.
Yeah. I played it. I played it the first day. Then I played it. Then I played it with High Ruler and Lejeune, and then I played it twice with Trix. And I'm walking away from this like it's really bad. Like not the. I mean, for Marvel's Avengers, it's the best. It's the best piece of content by far Marvel's Avengers has ever produced so far. But the bugs are just completely unacceptable. Like some people have gotten pretty lucky, but the night I played with High Ruler, he did his best to play with the raid as many people as possible. I caught him at the lucky time. It was me and Lejeune. We had a lucky run that night, and it took us 4 tries to beat the final boss fight because every time we got some kind of bug, and we got different bugs. The first time we got the one-shot bug. Then we got a bug where we all ended up getting teleported inside of the room and being unable to get out. Then we got a freaking bug where Claw just ran away. he just got big and ran. He didn't come back.
I'm off to Wakanda, bro. Fuck it. I'm off to be one of them. Fuck it. If I'm not destroying it, I'm joining them. You know what I mean? Like
we got him. We got his help. We cut his help in half, and he just bounced. So we had to reload checkpoint again before we finally finished it. And then after that, Hyrule tried to play 2 more times, except he had game-breaking bugs and he couldn't even finish the thing. So he just ended up ending the stream. Damn. Now in terms of the actual raid itself, it's great content for Marvel's Avengers. It leans on pretty much the same mechanics that people have said that they specifically don't like about Marvel's Avengers, which is standing on platforms, not being able to move, and the whole this mechanic that they fall in love with, the one-shot mechanic, which they started with Monica, and they've just decided to just take everything and just dial it up to 100. So once you're actually used to the raid and how to do it, and you have the right characters, it's not even fun. It's just like kind of a chore. Like I feel like the beginning of the raid, and then the first part of the claw fight is kind of okay, but it's like there's so many aspects of the raid where it's clearly designed to just pad the runtime so that you don't finish it too quickly, rather than just to legitimately challenge you. And even a speed run, you're still dedicating about an hour, and for that time that you're spending, I don't think you're still properly rewarded. Like some of the gear is good, some of the gear is awful, and I don't think you get enough to justify spending that time. Like I still get more gear doing a 15-minute run on an Outriders expedition than I get spending an hour on an Avengers raid, which is ridiculous.
Damn.
They're still too stingy with gear, and I don't really understand why. So
did you get units for beating it?
we got We got what'd you get? Like 400 fragments?
400 fragments, and then
400 fragments.
That's enough to upgrade one piece of gear, bro.
Yeah.
Have fun.
It's the gear that you just got, 200. Letting you upgrade the gear you just got.
I feel like you should get
400
units.
fragments. 400
Didn't they
fragments.
say we were
3
supposed to
pieces
get
of gear.
units for beating all these things?
It kind of seems right.
I just want my units back.
Jay, I got a question for you.
Yeah.
I know that you know, probably not even really interested in playing the raid at this point in time, but what are like what's your feelings on other people's experiences? Like, have you watched anybody play it? Have you know what I mean?
I only jumped in the June stream the other night because High Ruler said there was some funny stuff going down.
Yeah.
So that's like all I really saw was that situation.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't really super interested in it. I was more interested in just jumping in and like going ham with Spider-Man. Like I've loved playing as Spider-Man. And I figured I'd let you guys all figure it all out first, and I would eventually like circle back and like just go through it that way. I didn't really want to jump right into it because I did not have the best experience with the OLT when I went in like immediately. So I didn't want to like embarrass myself, if you will. But yeah, I'm glad that you guys all got through it and everything. I'm definitely disappointed it's having so many issues. I actually, for the first time, had an issue on the OLT. It like outright rebooted my PS5. Like,
wait, what?
Yeah,
I
like
had issues on the OLT recently.
It's a super adaptoid power.
Join the
bro.
party.
Yeah,
Join
I
the
don't
party.
even know what happened, but like out of nowhere, it just went bam, and my PS5 completely rebooted. So it's like, it's frustrating because like, you know, I definitely feel like we've all given them more than enough time to like, you know, get this stuff straightened out. And you know, I mean, I know it's every game, right? Like every game has its issues somewhere, and we're just in this vacuum right now where we're hyper focused on this one, so it sticks out more. But this was a little bit, you know, a little bit disappointing. But I don't know. I didn't have the same experience because I just wanted to play Spider-Man.
Yeah, I got you.
I think we're being unfair, and we should stop complaining about the bugs because the DLCs are free.
We're toxic.
And
I'm not saying anything like that.
Okay. Right.
I need to stop. We need to stop being like Kyle and start being more appreciative.
We need to listen. We need to
stop
be
complaining.
happy. We need to be happy that these heroes fight like
That's
they
right.
should, bro. Fuck
That's right.
the raid. Fuck any other content. Iron Man can shoot repulsors. It's over.
Yeah, we all know that we're all paid shills. And we need
right.
to thank we need to thank our overlords and not criticize.
Thank
I just want to say one thing.
Amos. Thank you, Scott Amos.
I want to say one thing real quick though, and I should have said this right off the bat. My initial fucking thought when all this kicked off that day, and I'm trying to get shit going. People are like, my shit's disappeared. I can't do this. The 3 words that popped in my head was Sadot was right.
Dude, he called it. That's the next thing we were going to talk about.
I did.
That's the next thing we were going to talk about.
I thought about him immediately.
That's right.
On this very program.
If anyone watches the weekly wrap up from earlier, someone literally commented Sadot was right, and I was like,
Dude,
he said it.
The man literally said one of my biggest fears is I wake up, I log on, and all of my units are gone. He literally woke up, logged on, and all of his units was gone.
You willed that shit into it.
And the only people that didn't lose their gear was under people under like 50k or something like that.
Right. Harry is was like, I had 50k and I still got 50k.
Yeah, exactly.
Fez said the same thing.
But anyone else that got over 100k, whether fairly or through the bug, fucking lost everything, bro. And let me tell you, I wouldn't even touch shipments with that fucking attitude. Do you know what I mean? Like, I
want to share a story real quick though. Somebody mentioned, I know we all joke around about shills and stuff, but I actually, like, for the first time this week, got an email from a PR company. I don't know if any of you guys got it, offering a sponsored stream opportunity to do the raid, and it wasn't from Crystal or Square. It was from a PR company that they work with, and I actually declined it.
Yep.
I want it to be known.
Ooh.
I declined it, and I said specifically for this reason, so that nobody can say, "Oh, they just paid you to say that."
Paid you.
Yeah,
That's right.
so
Yeah,
I
gotcha.
declined. So,
I
and
didn't get it.
no. Well,
I'm about
no,
to say I didn't
I
get
didn't
this
get it.
email, bro.
if anybody took it,
Double check
got
my
it.
email.
Email.
Check my spam folder.
Me and Doom. Me and
anybody
Doom.
said yes to that deal, no problem with that. I could not
Get your money.
personally do that because I don't know, it's not worth it, you know.
Right.
How
I
do
got
you-
that email and I just responded. It was a real lowball number. I'm just gonna say that. And I just straight up replied to him. I was like, I just want to let you guys know that, I made almost 3 times the amount of this money on a game that I played for 2 hours and never played again. Right. So,
Is that Raid Shadow
you know,
Legends, Johnny?
I'll tell you what though. It wasn't about the number for me. It was like it's whatever. It's honestly it's something, and something is out of nowhere is better than nothing.
Well, my thing is the point that you made about it not being affiliated with anything. I thought it was a scam. Right. That's what I hit June up, and I was like, "Man, do you know about that?" And he's like, "Yeah, I'm talking to him." I was like,
Yeah,
"That's weird."
I
to
knew
me,
who
right?
that company was though, because that's who we went through to play Guardians of the Galaxy early.
Oh,
So
okay.
a lot of times, a lot of companies hire like third-party PR companies to
Gotcha.
handle some of their stuff. So you get emails from them, and
But
I knew it was legit. I'm not like I don't know. I get weird
If
emails
I'm-
like that all the time. So
if I'm going to be honest, I never got the email, but if I got emailed by them, I would think to myself that I won't be able to do what you want to do justice because I will disconnect and put everyone on my stream off entirely in a
Yeah.
flick of
Right.
a fucking button.
Right.
Like, as soon as I get to the fucking reactor room or vibranium room and it disconnects, who's going to want to play your fucking raid if you're going to advertise it through me? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, I just wanted to put that
100%.
out there because I get it. Everybody it's funny because I feel like everybody's definition of shill comes from like Urban Dictionary, and I know that it's like a running gag and a running joke and everything, but like at the same time, like I take my integrity like seriously, and anytime that I've ever had any paid opportunities, I've disclosed it. So I don't know, I wanted to make sure it's known that when I had the opportunity to literally shill for the game, I said no, I'll do that for free.
I've had more. I've had
Go
more.
ahead.
I've had more chances to shill for Raid Shadow Legends than I have Marvel's Avengers.
Who
boys.
hasn't?
But y'all gonna stop with this Raid Shadow Legends.
But did you know it's a great
That's
new
not even a
mobile
joke.
game right
That's
now?
not even a joke. That's not even a joke. Honestly, I've had
No.
I've had 2 fucking stream
I'm
elements
saying, bro,
opportunities
y'all
from
got
Raid
me
Shadow
already crying
Legends
in the chat.
instead of
dude,
Marvel's
after that
Avengers.
shit.
We did that weekend and got no money. Raid Shadow Legends is asking for like fucking £600 to raid, like literally play it for 3 hours, bro. And I didn't say yes
Wait,
because I thought that
seriously?
game's I promise. And the game is literally like it's nothing to me, so I didn't want to do it.
Oh, yeah.
Like
Game
I
sucks.
like money,
I
though,
actually
so-
used to play that game. It sucks. Yeah,
I'll
this is
send-
going back like 2
listen,
years
I'll
ago.
send you
Yeah,
the tricks. I'll send you the link, bro.
it's bad. I'll give you my old account. I got a lot of
Yeah,
legendaries.
that's it. Yeah.
Somebody sent me a link to some shit the other day. It was like somebody was lighting me up on Reddit. It was like, you can't trust that Johnny Rawker motherfucker. He's got that crystal dynamic dick in his mouth. And it was like, bro, were you
Whoa.
around 2 months ago? Like, did you see that shit? Like,
I'm just
I mean,
I just think it's funny that Guardians of the Galaxy and Back 4 Blood showed me more love than Avengers did.
right.
Man.
Yeah.
with all the eyeballs I put on this freaking game.
I agree with you, man. Like
Congrats
I
on your 1,000 viewers, concurrent viewers in your last stream, bro. That's dope. That's beautiful.
That's
man.
awesome, dude.
no one else is doing
8K
that.
as
You know,
well.
you definitely deserve it. Like
Oh, yeah.
I don't know, like I don't even know who to talk to anymore. Like everybody that's like supposed to know should know by now.
Right.
You
They know, bro. They just refuse, dude. So
Get
I
that
will
tinfoil
say-
hat back on, son.
Not to make excuses, but their PR is kind of a blur right now. So I don't even, like I said, I don't even know who is who anymore as far as who's handling it. So
It don't even matter, bro. I don't think he'd do it anyway. The boy got too much pride.
Andy jumps in like a bullet being shot towards the fucking PR team. He's like, no.
Not him.
I don't know.
Let's start with you, Johnny.
All right.
Your gear from the raid, was it worth it? Was it worth that grind?
It's kind of weird, man, because you guys know me. Like, I put together the weirdest fucking Marvel build you ever seen. Because I'm the dude that's like, man, I don't give a shit about them stats. I'm looking at perks. I'm doing perk-based builds. And they give me amazing stats and weird perks, right? It was just the opposite. Like, my melee Spider-Man right now is really, really nasty. Really, really nasty. Like, I took it into OLT today. And I was melting, just running the air combo into the spin and just melting that joint. It was really good. But with that being said, I like the idea of team-based perks. That's the best thing about that gear, is stuff that is going to do shit for your entire team. I like that concept. I think it can be executed much better. Right. Like I've just seen some of it. Somebody sent me a link today for something that was wording that says will increase some damage. And that was all it said.
What?
It was like no specific number.
Yeah.
It was like doing this may increase some shit. And it's like,
what?
Wait.
Wait.
Yeah,
wait,
really.
what?
Like
I think they specifically said
it literally, it's just like, when this status jumps through the hoop and does this thing for 10 seconds, some shit might happen.
They said the goal is for you to read a perk and have to scratch your head about it. So
Okay.
they did it right.
You
gotta is that good? I don't know.
It does look like a lot of those gear pieces are like a freaking novel.
Yep.
A 10% chance when you go in the harm room, you may be able to hurt somebody.
Okay. What tricks?
You might do damage.
I saw some of the gear you got. I was actually watching the stream, your stream, while we were streaming together. And did you even change anything out?
I think so I've kept all of my raid gear just because I feel like a lot of it works with each other, like some of the sender receiver stuff. So I'm not dismantling anything just yet. The only piece that was just a direct upgrade to something I already had was just my melee Thor piece. It was just a pure stat stick with vibranium signature, and I think it had something Sonic's receiver buff. I don't actually.
Sadot, we all saw it, man. They tried to monetize it. You accidentally deleted one of your exotics on stream, my dude. Were you able to find something better than what you had already, or how did that work out for you? Because
that piece was ass, but I had
You had to
one.
pre-stream it on watch the stream back and pause it.
I got one decent piece in the slot for Hawkeye. It's basically a stat. It's basically a status leak with for like shock and vibranium, and the chest piece was ass. I got a few decent pieces with Iron Man.
okay,
Pretty much probably the best overall collection I've gotten. The stuff I got for Spider-Man today could be okay, but it's when I tested it out, the range Spider-Man build that I took into the raid was doing way more damage than the version using the actual raid build. So I'd have to play around. Maybe I have to basically do a completely different build, but a lot of the perks are kind of hit or miss.
Gotcha. Stardust, did you get any gear at all from your run, sir?
Okay, right. So I heard what Sadot just said there. When you do a raid, it should be 100% an upgrade every single time. All right? If you're going to spend 3 fucking hours in a mission, you should be expected to have at least an upgrade. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Right.
I've heard someone say at least drop 10 gear pieces if you're going to do an RNG style thing. All right. And I explained it in the weekly wrap up that you should maybe get a gear from Spider, a gear from the Zaravari big claw thing, and then the
Right.
final boss fight, right? Because at least then you're guaranteed whether you disconnect to have a good piece of gear, maybe, right?
That's a great idea.
So
Amazing idea.
yeah, and to be honest, like I have ran with Spider-Man a couple of times now. In fact, 2 out of the 4 times I've done it have been with Spider-Man, and not once have I gotten a gear piece that I'm like, yep, putting that on straight away, and that should be a raid gear piece. I should
Right.
absolutely look at that gear piece and without second thought go, yep, putting that in a build, because one gear piece from the most hardest content you have in the game should be, yep, putting that on straight away without even thinking about it. Do you know what I mean?
See,
Like
that's the kind of issue that I had. When
Yep.
we finished when I finished with the Ultimates, we we got 3 or 4 pieces of gear from the raid, right? Only one of those pieces of gear was viable. Like I used,
and it
one,
shouldn't be
and
like that. It shouldn't be like that at all.
Right.
Like
The
it should be
sad
literally.
part about it was a literal upgrade from the gear piece that I had. Like I gained no raid gear. I just got higher numbers and higher stats on the gear that I switched it out
What's
for. Like it
what's
was
sad-
nothing different.
Yeah, exactly.
Like-
What's pretty sad is that when I first ran with Spider-Man, I used that gear to level up my current gear. And that to me is, I understand that's the point, right? You do the raid, you do the OT, you level up your gear. But for me, you shouldn't be that unconfident about your gear that it should be just used as an upgrade. I should be able
Right.
to use every single gear piece that you have from that raid as a way to make myself better. There is only one piece that I have seen so far which has got faultless buff, Vibranium or Sonic, and Sonic Conduit that I actually fucking want from
Right.
Spider-Man for the entire raid, and that should not be the case at all. Every single gear piece should be like, yo, I'm going to use that. That looks fantastic.
Exactly. No, it's
only
not.
one gear piece I've seen for Spider-Man that I'm like, yep, I'm going to go for. You know what I mean? And that's really bad.
I think
Yeah,
part of the
yeah,
problem
but-
that
Go
I was
ahead,
just
go
saying,
ahead.
I was just saying, I think part of the issue is that there was a lot of kind of build up because Alex wrote like an entire novel about all the stuff that was going to be with the gear and how excited, and the end result is like,
I mean, just to play devil's advocate, I
Yeah.
agree to the checkpoints, like getting gear every certain checkpoint or whatever, but not every piece of gear can be like the best piece of gear, you know?
But
And
it
that's
should
always
be usable, is what he's saying. You don't have
Yeah,
to.
like-
you can use it.
Here.
That's fine. But I mean, it's like I've done a lot of raids in a lot of other games too, and it's like you can go through whole raids and just like, oh, I didn't get the rolls I want, you know, and that's what happens. But like you guys have seen people posting on Twitter too, like just insane pieces from the raid, you know. So there's going to be random rolls regardless. So it's just another piece of content with random rolls.
How
It
many
seems-
pieces
it
of
seems
gear?
like it's going for Diablo gear with World of Warcraft style raids, bro. Like that's kind of how it feels. Like it feels like it's
Yeah.
going for Diablo gear with World of Warcraft style fucking implements. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
and that doesn't work. Like in my opinion.
I think it works.
How many pieces of gear do you get out of a Destiny raid?
Depends on the raid, but you usually get they do the checkpoint system. So like,
Okay.
yeah. So for like the Vault of Glass is their newest raid, you get one at the Conflux, one at the Templar, and then 2. So you get 4 total.
I
And then
feel
you
like
can-
that's
yeah.
a fair number.
Mhm.
I feel like
but
you
you
should
don't
get.
have to complete it to get all of that.
Oh
Right,
yeah,
no.
agree 100%.
Yeah. I'm like, again, I haven't played through it yet, so I don't know
Ghost
it.
of
But
Tsushima
like,
gives you like 10.
I think I
Are they all
even
good?
saw. I think it was Trix's tweet that I saw, and I think I quote tweeted it that like, I think you said something like it doesn't feel worth the time after you complete it. Was that you that tweeted that? Somebody tweeted that it didn't feel like it was worth the time invested, and that's why I really haven't been in a hurry to like go into it. Like I don't know. Like I just don't want to like deal with disconnects and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
on a piece of content that I know is going to be a little more difficult. So I don't know. I'm sure I could do it, you know, but
the other thing about gear, just I mean, before we move on from this, the
No, no,
other
you
thing
can-
too is let's not forget that like this crew right here is in the top 1% of builds across the game. So like when we say we're not getting gear that's useful to us, it's because how are they going to top some of the extremely fine-tuned pieces that we already have?
Yeah.
But a lot of most other players who play the game will probably find something useful
Right.
in some gear combinations,
Yeah. Yeah. No, I hear you definitely.
I want to add something too. I think Trix really just hit on a major point, and I'm trying to hold off on my judgment on gears because, like, I know Alex is smart and I know Alex is clever, and he's really talking about the long game with gear. And I think that there are going to be combinations of gear that we're going to build in a much different way that's going to really be something special. And I think we need more than just, 3 or 4 days of raiding to really start to dig into this pool and save all those pieces and start to put that shit together like a jigsaw to see what it's going to do. Like, I'm already seeing people doing this double battery effect shit with leaks, then procking with all this other shit. And there's a lot of exciting potential there, I think.
So I have managed to one man leak, the gear style thing with Spider-Man, right? And for me personally, yeah, it looks really cool. It looks absolutely fucking cool, right? Sick. Right. But at the same time, does it do more damage than just stacking Faultless buff with something else? No. It just looks really good, right? So I'll use it. I'll put it in a harm room. Yeah,
I was thinking of this exact clip, Doom.
Yeah, exactly. Like, he showed this earlier on the weekly wrap up, and mate, listen, this looks cool as fuck. Don't get me wrong, but like, if you're in a normal situation where maybe you don't get that lucky and you don't get that vibranium or something like that, what use is it, right? Do you know what I mean? Like, so this is good.
I basically did that with my Spider-Man build without
exactly.
Right.
That's right. Yeah, like Sadot. In fairness to you, like, I got battery on my drone. I got battery on my normal melee attacks. I got pin payload with shock on heavy combo finishers. I don't need raid gear. Done. Get me to elite raid. Do you know what I mean?
Don't forget that the elite raid is going to have different gear. So
that's true.
So they already mentioned like Hawkeye's split shot arrow perk is exclusive to the elite raid gear. So there's going to be other things
for sure
that will for sure be upgrades.
From what they said, from what I can remember, it was this gear is supposed to help you get through the elite raid. So that's why I'm agreeing with Johnny. Don't delete any of that shit just yet, or just run it again so you can get whatever you can get, because you're probably gonna have to throw on a bunch of conduit receiver, conduit sender, make some snowballs, and everybody explode shit just to get through it. You know what I mean? We don't really know what's coming. But
I think the elite raid is just gonna be like 2 more fucking objectives in each single part. To be honest with you, 2 more doors, bro. That's all it is.
Or imagine if we had to do that whole shit with a timer. That's my fear. Is like they're gonna take that annoying shit from OT that we hate, like timers.
If we log into that raid and there's a timer ultimates, I'm letting y'all know now. I'm fucking logging right the fuck off.
Dude, I'm with you. I'm out. Listen, if they give me 10 minutes to do that shit, I'm out. Seen a bit. I'm not having that.
No. I didn't have my props ready.
You waiting for the nerd? I'm looking.
Yeah, I was looking for the notebook.
Okay. Real quick question. This is for the entire panel. It does not matter who answers first. It's kind of answer the question as you feel.
Yeah.
The lack of crossbones in this raid, bro.
All of us at once. Let's go.
It's
sucks.
Weird. It's weird.
It's really weird. Yeah. To back up literally everyone else here, I think that like you could have had the spider, you could have had crossbones, you could have claw. There is no reason to fill the fucking raid with puzzles when you've been asking us to sort out a build that focuses on combat for the majority of like the entire time until the raid, to have like one boss fight and then a bunch of puzzles and then claw. There is no reason for that. I could do the puzzles with the weakest build in the world, but I can't do all the boss fights without a good build, right? Makes sense, right? So why should I be forced to do puzzles with the most basic ass build in the entire world, and then I can actually fight someone? This game benefits off its combat. That's the highlight, right? So why can't I fight more people to get to the final boss? I don't understand. Okay, you know what I mean? Like, literally, you fight the spider, you go do a bunch of puzzles, then you finally do what the game actually highlights in combat. It doesn't make sense to me. You want to ignore the fucking enemies when you do the puzzles, so why? That's my thought process.
To play off what you just said, I'm going to tell you where my imagination went, and
Okay.
it's so crazy how alike we are in this. When I walked into that forge for the first time, and I'm seeing all this shit going up and the symbols, where my brain went to is like, man, is this going to be some kind of like crazy elevator that we're going to have to get up this thing and do a sub boss fight each time, and then we're eventually
100%.
going to get to the top of the Ben Claw. That would have been 10 times cooler than any of the shit that was in the middle.
Million percent,
Right?
Johnny,
Oh,
I'm on
that
the same
would have been
wavelength,
fire,
bro.
bro.
Listen, this whole entire raid should have been combat based. Fuck puzzles.
100%.
I'm sorry,
100%.
100% combat based.
Ultimate, y'all want to join in on this combo?
I mean, I feel like we were kind of. Am I wrong, or didn't they say that the raid was going to be a mix of puzzles and boss
Yeah,
fights?
You're not
and
wrong at all. You're not wrong at all.
combat?
Listen,
Did
you're not wrong
Did
at
I
all.
imagine that?
Listen,
Did I
I didn't
imagine
expect. I didn't expect puzzles to take 80% of this fucking raid. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't expect that. Like,
And it weren't really puzzles as much as stand on
stand
this
on a
platform
circle.
here
Yeah,
and stand on the circle here
yeah.
and wait for the thing to turn to glow. And then go
Absolutely.
Stand on a
and then go
switch and
get
do
the medal.
fucking algebra.
Yeah,
It's
go
like-
get, go get this piece of metal
Yeah,
so you can
absolutely.
do damage
mate,
to the
listen, I call it
vibranium.
nacho cheese whenever I run it. Like, I just do not care at all. Like, it's so stupid.
I really
Jay.
don't understand the crossbone situation because, like, even when we did the story for Wakanda, it's like, oh, okay, sure. You like put him out here. You were like, oh, look, it's Crossbones. And then he like literally shows up and he's like, deuces, I'm out. Like he literally says that. He's like,
to my
nah.
blood.
He's like,
That's why he
nah,
wasn't in
I'm
the
all
raid.
set. You know, you guys go F yourself.
Yeah.
All right.
I wonder
So,
if they
like-
wrote that in. I wonder if they wrote that in because they knew they wouldn't have time to make
They
it.
weren't going to have him to
sector.
put in the
Mate,
raid.
listen, if that's the case, they've got a Taskmaster OT round the corner,
It's not
bro. Like,
even about like putting him in the raid. Like I was under the impression they're like, oh, don't worry, we've got something else in mind for Crossbones.
They said that. I remember
Where?
that shit.
Mhm.
What?
I remember
When?
that
Why?
shit.
Okay, so is he maybe getting a villain sector? Anybody in Illuminati know?
Why doesn't he already have one? Like that should have come out with Wakanda. Like this is
I
a game.
think he'll be the boss for She-Hulk because he's gone to New York, bro. Like, listen, he's gone straight to New York. He'll
guy.
get
Go to Wakanda, I'm
She-Hulk.
going to New York.
This
Yeah.
game desperately needs
Eastern
more
Seaboard.
boss
Excuse me.
battles.
Yeah.
I think we've all
Yes.
said that over and over again. You know, if
Yeah.
they just want to throw them at the end of every single one that the building that Abomination and freaking Taskmaster are at every time and make me just do the same thing all over again. I don't even care.
Yep.
Just to fight somebody that looks different,
Yeah.
you know?
Mhm.
But like I just don't understand, like it can't be that complicated to like just make a boss, you know? Like we've got graviton damage in the game. Graviton is aim. I'm not like hard on to see graviton or anything, but like, you know, where is he? Then you got this Loki thing where he's like, "Oh, psych, not me. I'll see
Yeah.
ya."
As soon as I listen, I read a comment the other day that literally had Graviton lift the Daily Bugle, and I was like, this man needs to be in Marvel's Avengers. That would be such a cool fucking fight, right? And like, I think I would love to see Spot as a villain sector, right? If any of you guys like watch the animated series, stuff like that would be so cool. But I just can't see him doing it anytime soon. I think like they will go up and up and up to the point where they just forget the stuff they have to do at the lower level, and that will be that. I think they'll forget the lower level stuff and just keep going up and up and up.
One
We
of
haven't
my
even got a MODOK villain sector again. We haven't even
Right.
gotten to
Well-
play MODOK.
I mean,
Yeah,
they
like-
should. They should.
That's
And
the
his voice-
part that
And the
has always
voice lines for
frustrated me.
him leaked last. Remember the voice lines for him for his his clone villain sector leaked last year.
Exactly.
He's still not-
Exactly.
he's still not-
The chat going in already, bro.
Jay, you're talking about the same game that turned the practice room into an event and still screwed it up. I mean, they had Roy literally sat there in the fucking beach, bro. Like, stop it. You know what I mean?
You know, all this is dead on. I mean, to me, and maybe this is me hoping against hope at this point, right? I mean, really. I'm waiting for patrol mode, right? Patrol mode is where they can fix all this. If
But
they
they
if
can't
they
fix
literally
it.
Doom.
It
Listen,
can't
I said
fix
this.
it.
I said this in the weekly wrap up. I said patrol mode would be everything. Mwah.
right, like I
Chef's
said,
kiss.
you got Brian Wagner sitting right there, the man that was a part of the magic that was Midtown Patrol. You need to figure out how to take that formula, right, where you got no bullshit memory leaks that crash the game, any of that, and we can all just roam around the wasteland. They promised you can go through the whole thing, right? We can roam around just like Midtown Patrol. Every 7 minutes, a supervillain spawns somewhere, and we go fight that supervillain, and he drops loot in the fucking game. Not a mission reward at the end. He drops an exotic right there.
Think
And
about
you can
how
pick
great
it up
that would
and then continue as much as you want to. That is the
whole
experience.
thing
that
Think
we
about
need.
how
they
great that
cannot
would be
fix
for
this until they cannot implement patrol mode until they fix or implement them join in progress session, because
I agree with
They
that.
already
I
confirmed
agree with
that.
that.
Think about how like great that would be for all of us as content creators, right? Literally, yo, I'm doing patrol mode today. As soon as 3 people jump out, we bring another 3 in. We just keep fucking grinding.
See, there's the
out.
problem right there, though. 3. The patrol mode's not going to work unless it can be open world. You can run into more than 4 players.
That
If it's
would
just
be
the
awesome.
squad that you came in with, it's going to suck.
Well, I mean, like at the end of the day,
not as a
this
content
game will
creator,
never-
it won't. It won't.
Yeah,
because,
exactly.
okay,
I'll
if you
take-
get-
Okay,
I'll take
so
horde mode over patrol mode 10 times out of 10.
I mean,
That's what I used to do
That
back
I
in the
agree
Marvel
with.
Heroes days.
That's a good argument, man.
Okay,
I,
would you
uh,
rather? Let's play Would You Rather, boys. Let's do it then. Shit, let's
man.
play it. Would you rather have patrol mode?
Had that
Or-
graphic ready.
What's the
Yeah,
other
he
one?
really had that prepared.
Man, ready.
He's a professional.
Yo, does he have an Elgato Stream Deck with all of the buttons ready to go?
I wish I could show you my custom Elgato.
Ooh,
Deck
that
cover.
flex right there. Go on, Jay.
They actually made me one. It's pretty nice.
No,
that's
I've watched the
dope.
video, bro. It looks.
I
fucking
I
hot.
was a little. I got made fun of for like getting
Being
emotional
emotional.
over it.
Yeah.
Why?
I
You got an Elgato string.
I know,
deck,
man.
bro.
Like I had a moment. All right, man.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
human.
I mean, like,
Anyway.
I would too.
Let's do this. Would you rather?
Appreciate the
I
plug.
Can't wait to see
Let's
how
do
this
this.
one
Let's do
goes.
it.
Would you rather patrol mode or what was the other one? Tricks.
Horde mode.
Horde mode.
Horde mode. Johnny.
You-
If they could figure out how to replicate the magic that was Marvel Heroes, I'd say patrol mode. But hearing what Trick said and knowing what we're limited to with 4 players, I got to say horde mode.
Stardust.
Patrol mode. What are you guys on about?
Sadot.
So, as someone who's played horde mode in other games and who also has zero faith that patrol mode is going to work even with joining progress, I'm going to go with horde mode because I feel like
Yo.
that would be harder to screw up.
Tricks, you already answered, but you can go ahead and answer again.
You
brother.
already know my answer, but as someone who played a lot of Midtown Manhattan, I love the mode. I can't see it working in this game, even with join in progress, even with multiple characters, unless it had like unique loot or something. If it's just flying around in the wasteland and fighting Taskmaster for villain sector loot every 7 minutes, I'm out horde mode.
Jay.
No.
I mean, I miss the days of Midtown Manhattan a lot. I mean, like Johnny brought up with Marvel Heroes, that was my bread and butter. I would just open up and say, "All right, we're in Midtown Manhattan. Join on me," and people would just join on me, and we'd play. And I'm like, "All right, I'm clearing out this group. Just join on me," And I love that aspect. And I mean, I guess they don't have enough villains to actually pull it off. So, that was the thing with Midtown Manhattans. Like every few minutes, you've got like 6 different villains from all these different, factions spawning in different parts of the map. You've got Magneto and his crew, and then you got the Sinister Six, and then you've got, Fantastic Four villains. It's like people everywhere. So
Hold on. That's not quite
I-
fair. Marvel's Avengers has a lot of villains. Okay, sir.
The same ones.
yeah.
Yeah.
Lyle gets, bro.
We've
Best
got
villain of all.
Taskmaster. We've got Abomination. We've got Maestro. We've got Super
Lyle gets.
Adaptoid. We've got Monica in an exosuit. We got Monica with a cosmic cube. We got
Lyle gets
Big
in
Claw.
a dreadnought.
We got Little Claw. We got
Big Claw and Little Claw.
we got Crossbones. We got the big flying robot. We got the
Oh, don't
crawling
forget that
robot.
one, yeah. Did you say the
We
spider
got
yet?
we got aim guy with
Yeah, the
gun,
fire
aim
robot.
guy with stick, aim guy
Lyle
with rope.
Lyle gets in a dreadbot.
Lyle Getz was a boss.
Here's my real question though. Like, why is it that all these months later can we still only fight Maestro like 2 or 3 times a week? Like,
Why did
you
they
could-
take the everyday villain sectors away from us? You
I
could
don't-
play the villain sectors as many times as you want up until a few months ago, and then it was like, yeah, you can only do them.
Yeah,
Because they
it
don't
makes no
want-
sense. Well,
because they
well,
don't
like
like us.
even
They
Maestro.
don't want us
say
to
the
farm.
same about the elite versions of like Vaults, for example, right? Like,
Yeah,
so
but like
your
with
best friend,
Maestro, I remember Maestro when he first came out. I didn't even get him as a villain sector for like the first week,
you had to go
It's
a fine,
bugged.
bro. You had to literally cheat
Yeah.
the game.
and it's like I don't understand the thought process there. Like, we have all these missions. Why do they have to cycle through? Why can't I play whatever mission I want whenever I want to? You don't have to give me a DNA key every time I do the boss fight, but if I want to do that fight over and over again, like
If
why
there's-
can't I?
If there's 100 DNA keys you can unlock maximum, I don't see the reason why we shouldn't be able to farm elite villain sectors as much as we wanted to. Isn't
We
that the
used to
point
be
of
able
like,
to,
farming?
though.
Exactly. Isn't that the point of farming, that we can just play the missions as much as we want to unlock as much as we can? Because think about it, right? If you get, I don't know, 100 elite villain sectors and you have to go to the raid and there's only like 4 maximum DNA chests if you go to like Snowy Chandra, right? So you're not going to
Right.
be able to get 100 fucking DNA keys done in like one day, for example. Why can't we do both? That is such a simple loop of like basic end game content before you get to the raid. I don't understand it.
But what's
Imagine
even the
allowing
point of
someone to play
DNA
your
chests
game.
anymore? Like, what are you even gonna get out of it? Like, you don't get credits out of it.
Comics.
Jarvis
comics.
Barrier.
All right, the comics. I forget.
Jarvis
I have them
Barrier
all,
at the very
you know?
least.
I mean, they-
Jarvis
I mean, they
Barrier
got- they got
at the
nerfed
very
that-
least.
They got nerfed after the patch. The
What
DNA
did
No,
they?
I've
Sorry?
been getting a lot of.
Comics.
I've been
The
getting a lot
DNA
of comics.
chest.
Ah.
The DNA
But like, you
chest.
don't even get credits
get as
out of
much
it.
as-
Like,
You don't get as much as you used to.
or
before the
units,
patch.
units.
What happened to the earnable credits? Did they ever implement that like they said they would?
No, they said,
Credits?
listen, Dave. I
Yeah,
think they
they-
only mentioned that with patrol mode. I think.
Yeah.
I'm
He
not
said-
wrong.
Oh, they
Phil
did say
said that-
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it says something about a mission chain for.
Yeah,
credits.
yeah.
that
They
got
said
that
that
got
about,
reworked
like-
into the Rise and Shine. That's
Yeah,
what
they said
is.
that
Yeah.
about like the intro of patrol mode, and that was it. So they're never going to release that now because they said they were going
No.
to do credits, and they can't lose money.
It'll
so-
it'll come out with Cloning Labs when that comes out.
Mythbusters,
2047.
baby.
Cloning Labs done.
Mythbusters.
Cloning Labs
over.
2077.
Please, no one in chat, no one here expect cloning labs. That's over, right? That's never
It's over. They're
happening.
past it. It's like
You know,
it's like
man-
they're going up and up, and they're leaving the rest behind.
Uh-huh.
All this hits on my biggest issue with the game, right? And that is, how do you create a game like this with the biggest IP that has ever existed, and you want to limit and stop how much people can enjoy your game?
Johnny and
Right.
I have had the conversation on
I-
Illuminati.
it blows
Preach.
my mind, right?
Preach.
Like, why is time gating a thing?
Yeah,
ever,
we
right?
bring that up a lot.
If you have people that want to spend thousands of hours farming Super Adaptoid or just doing whatever, let them play your fucking game, right?
Might
Let
as
them do
well.
the things, period. Like,
hopefully
you're
they're gonna let
already,
us now,
you're
right?
already running everybody else off, right? So you might as well let the people that are hardcore and in it to win it play. Right?
I've said that, like, so I mentioned this in the weekly wrap up that you should get an exotic for the spider, the Zawavari big claw boss fight, and the final boss fight, and then you should get exotics on top of that because it's all RNG. There is no reason to lock it behind just mission completion because I have looked for one only one gear piece, and I've beaten it like 2 times as Spider-Man, and I've never been able to get it, which is fine. But then at least give us so many gear pieces that we can choose like Outriders style, right? Because it is
100%
all
agree.
RNG. There is no reason why we should be locked out of that.
Spider might be a little too early. That'll be the thing that everyone repeats. That's too quick.
Meh.
Meh. There's
Meh.
no mechanics.
Meh.
It takes 1 second.
Yeah, I hear you there. You should wait a little bit before you get that. I feel you there, Trix, because that's like right in the beginning of it. So, you can literally just reload checkpoint or hop out, hop back in
Yeah.
a billion. That wouldn't be cool. That would not be cool. Dude, guys, really quick, chat, make sure you guys Hulk smash that like button. I would greatly appreciate it. It helps the channel out, gets more people views on it and things like that. So if you guys could really do that for me, I would greatly appreciate it.
Seriously, shame. 132 people watching right now, 40 likes.
What?
Yeah,
that's
Shame.
Are you
That's
kidding
disgraceful.
me? Chat?
Shame.
What is going on?
Shame.
Can't even see
Shame
the
on you all.
dislikes anymore.
Y'all got to get on it, man.
That's like Raid Shadow Legends numbers right there, y'all.
That's
Seriously.
one button press.
Look
One
at that
button
right there.
press.
Takes a
Gotta
second.
look
Mr.
like it.
Mr. Johnny Rawker.
Yes,
Have
sir.
you been enjoying the hell out of your PlayStation only Spider-Man, bro?
I have. I mean, I think he undoubtedly has potential to be the best melee character in the game.
That's how you running in Melee.
I'm trying it, man. I'm trying it. And like
You
I
got
said,
any you got any statuses that you like on him so far?
right now, basically, if I play my cards right, I can stack damage buff, Tachyon Surge, or Wrecking Ball all at the same time. And that's pretty gnarly.
Oh.
Like I said, get right up on Super Adaptoid, run that combo, and just kind of melt. But if I feel like they keep promising us that melee is coming, I feel like this is a solid step in that direction, right? I want to see more improvements. I want to see melee across other characters improve, right? Just to bring more balance. Because I don't know about y'all, but I just get tired of having to switch to range to get shit done, right? So,
Damn. Say
That's
that. Trix, I have not seen you run in. Oh, you know what? I did see your Spider-Man exotic. I think that was you who posted that. But I did get to see your Kamala wiping the floor with claw. That was pretty nasty. But
No, that wasn't me.
that wasn't you.
That was a viewer.
Oh, it was
That was a
nasty.
viewer.
bro.
We actually, that was the guy, Sadot. We raided with that guy today, Resify.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was nasty.
Yeah, he carried us with that Kamala.
Ooh, that was nasty. But did you are you getting to enjoy Spider-Man, bro?
I love him. I think he's fantastic.
How you running yours?
Melee.
Nice.
Here's the thing. I mean, it's no mystery, right? Melee sucks. But Spider-Man's ranged attacks are so awkward to use that I physically cannot get through a drop zone just jamming that horrible ass web shooter. And his power attacks take way too long to load. So it's melee takedowns, and I'm actually going to build him as a tank. So we'll see how that goes.
I like that.
I like that too.
Mm-hmm.
Sadot, I saw a tweet from you, and you had range circled at 3+K, bro. What's going on there, my dude? You liking that range, Spidey, bro?
It physically hurt me to make that build.
I'm so glad. Sadot, I'm so glad.
He likes to see you in pain for playing that.
I'm so glad.
I really, really wanted Melee Spider-Man to be a thing. I really wanted it to work because, I mean, we've been asking them for forever to please fix Melee. We've told them specifically how to do it, and the best we get is, oh, well, maybe we'll look into it. We'll see how. No, fuck that. Fix Melee. You design it doesn't make sense.
Somebody pointed out that range. I think that was you, Trix.
It was me.
That range.
There's a
has
perk
this
now.
Go ahead.
All ranged attacks gain Sonic. Why not all melee attacks?
Yes. That.
What's the problem? And Alex and like I said, I believe Alex knows what he's doing, but like he mentioned even on the dev stream like that they've heard the feedback that people say, why don't you just give all of my melee whatever? And they said they just didn't want to go from where they are now they considered that too big of a jump. So that's why they have the raid gear now that has light and heavy attacks do whatever on one perk. But that's still not good enough. And I think they're going to realize at some point that, like, at some point in the future, they're going to give it to all melee. They're going to realize that it just is the only way to fix it. So why they don't do it now is beyond me. They're just trying to slowly do it. Yeah.
They specifically made Spider-Man to be a melee character, and they did the same thing with Black Panther.
Yeah.
It's not the way to play it every time.
So I have a 4 status build, with Spider-Man. So pin payload, shock heavy combo finishes, and then I have 2 different statuses on the ranged drone. So I have the drone doing the other 2 statuses for me. Spider-Man melee is completely possible. I did leak status with just Spider-Man alone. I will not hear this range slander.
It's possible, but it's just worse.
No,
we beat the raid. No. I played my melee Spider-Man in the raid that we did. Yep. Me and Sadot did double Spider-Man, and we completed it. We completed the mission, but I was very, very underpowered compared to doing it with any other character. Right. So
that's the thing. We have to work so much harder to make it work.
So
we just want the balance. That's all.
In all fairness to all of you, Spider-Man is definitely not a meta character. He's not a Hawkeye. He's not a Thor. He's not a Hulk. Right? I completely understand that. I completely agree. Right? But it's one of them situations where I genuinely believe that Spider-Man is just such a fun character that I can't leave him behind. So, like, even though he's not a meta character, I just want to use him.
I felt like that about Black Panther, dude. I ran Black Panther for about a month straight, and then I switched back to Hawkeye one time and was like, "What the fuck am I doing with this dude, bro?" Like, the range is too meta, dog. It's too meta, bro. I'm literally clearing the room, pressing triangle 3 times with Hawkeye, dog. I'm in there with Spider-Man for about 20 minutes, dude, beating up one guy, just punching and swinging. And I'm like, come on, man.
Don't give these guys more ammunition, okay?
And that's why I switched my gear up, and now all I do is clear out rooms by web yanking and setting my drone out and pew pewing. Jay, you're quiet on Spider-Man. Are you not enjoying him, or are you enjoying him?
No, I actually love him so much. I know
Jay,
he's flawed.
how do you play him? Melee?
I play him
range?
pure melee. Like, I don't care. I know it takes me longer to beat him up, but I'm just having so much fun mashing buttons.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people keep coming into my streams and like, oh, this is nothing. Insomniacs is so better. Well, yeah, it's a whole game.
Game of the
dedicated
year Insomniac game. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a whole game dedicated to it. This is the second best Spider-Man. Why can't that be good enough for you? Like, this is go ahead.
Sorry, Jay. So I'm literally to back up your point. So people look at Insomniac as a solo Spider-Man game as a comparison, right? Why don't we look at Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3? Avengers beats that by a fucking mile.
This is the second best version of Spider-Man I think we've ever got to play.
Exactly.
Why isn't that good enough?
Agree with you. I 100% agree with you.
And the game melee sucks, so it's hard.
Hold on. Second best Spider-Man is Miles Morales. Okay, it's the same game though. Like, that's the same 100%. Game to me.
What about Web of Shadows?
You're not wrong at all. You're not
so
wrong.
Like,
at all.
I have just
Shadows,
been
man,
loving playing Spider-Man, and he's already my second favorite character to play behind Thor. I didn't think it was possible to pass Clint. Like, Clint was my number 2 for a while. I'm just loving him so much. Like, I wish I could go level him up again on Xbox.
Oh, you got it in there.
Got an Xbox, but I want you. Got an Xbox, but I want
also, what's the deal with the web status on bosses? Why does it not work at all?
I don't know.
Peter ain't figured that one out yet, apparently.
I don't know.
Because it would be OP. They needed another. That's just another thing to make range better.
Yeah, he can't regen on takedowns, and he
That's
can't
a bug.
use most.
Is that a bug or is that
that is confirmed bug? Confirmed bug.
Thank God, bro, because I was like, that's silly. Like, you can take down so many people, but you, like, if you have a little bit of health, you just taking them down for no reason because it's not your health isn't going up.
So then is the web status a bug or working as intended?
We
I think
haven't
it's
got
working as
a clear
intended.
answer on that.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Because I've seen conflicting things. Alex
Yeah.
said something in the Discord that was like, I'm going to look into that. And then somebody
Yeah, I
else
think I
said
did see
working
that.
as intended. So,
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus.
shit.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
right?
They make
what-
such a big deal about the web status too, you know. Like I understand not like, you're not gonna like web up Abomination completely, but
Yeah.
Slow him
Give
down.
us, give us the
Yeah.
debuff,
Something.
right? Yeah,
At least give him the
damage
debuff.
right?
Give him the debuff and the damage. Like, I understand.
yeah.
I
I
think
love
I-
them though. Like,
I'm
I really
leaning-
do.
I'm leaning towards it was intentional.
I'm
think
not
it was-
even like a huge Spider-Man fan per se. Like I like Spider-Man. I appreciate Spider-Man, but he's not like, oh my god, this is one of my favorite characters of all time, you know?
Mm.
So like for me to like I just feel a lot of like joy playing Spider-Man, you know?
Oh, that makes
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
And-
I'm
and
the
it-
shield
and
for him. I'm the
that's-
shield
he's
for
fun.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, and
He's
I
very
feel
fun.
like that's a good thing, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's something everybody should be able to feel regardless of what controller you're using.
Now, well, we can talk about that if you want to, Jay. I know a lot of people out there in Sadot don't go off on these people because they might not be able to afford a PlayStation, sir.
There we go.
Listen, I'm in the same boat as Sadot, right? Fucking buy
Oh
a
God, we
PlayStation.
don't have to talk about it. We don't have to.
I get that. I bought the game for both platforms. I run it on both platforms. It sets me back a little bit. That's why I don't have anybody maxed out as far as like champion levels and whatever, because I'm like going back and forth, and I'm okay
Jay,
with that.
Jay, you know when I said that you're not a real content creator if you don't complete the raid? If you buy 2 consoles, you fit into the category, okay?
You
Yeah,
found
but,
the
like,
loophole. Found the
I-
loophole.
I have,
You
like,
need to go
every
eat some
achievement
bread,
and a platinum,
Stardust.
you
Like,
know?
you're like sloshed right now, but dude, go eat some bread, homie. Like,
But like everybody
I'm fine,
has,
bro. I'm fine. Listen, homie. Like, I'm good. I'm good.
but everybody
I'm
has
here
their
to talk about
preference.
Spider-Man and the raid. You know what I mean?
And like if I'm sitting like for the 10 people sitting on Google Stadia to tell them that they can't even play Spider-Man, like how much of a slap in the dick is that?
bro.
To the 10 people, not that big.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
God.
but
Johnny,
no,
you
I
got
mean,
something you want to
yeah.
say on this, bro? Spider-Man exclusivity. I mean, we've talked about it before, but
Who was that? Me?
yeah,
Sorry,
you.
I missed it. I mean, I think the deal sucks, but they paid the money. They paid the development cost. It is what
Yep.
it is.
Yep.
Like-
No, I don't disagree with that. And we don't have
Um,
Spider-Man if they didn't do that. I'm
Okay.
positive.
Now
Okay,
here
so-
here is my take on it. Hang on a minute, Mr. Dust.
Okay,
This is
sorry.
my take on it, right? I
Shut up.
feel like if Sony bows to anything, it's pressure when they get caught on some shit, right? Like Sony got busted on Rocket League, had to cape the crossplay. Sony got busted on Fortnite, had to not only cape on crossplay, but then also I feel like ain't shit gonna happen until this movie comes out because Sony is just focused on box office sales. But I think if we get into January and people are still drilling those socials every single day,
Mhm.
maybe you get somewhere.
You mean that
Maybe.
one loser
Maybe.
that like said it's my responsibility as a content creator to like tell these people and not play it.
Oh, I remember
Yeah,
that
yeah,
guy.
right.
Tweet.
Yeah, remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's like,
How
bro.
dare you?
Okay, guy.
But at the same time, though, like I've seen the tweets like Sony's a fucking dumpster fire because they did it. Like
Nah.
that ain't gonna get you nowhere. That ain't gonna
No.
get you nowhere.
I don't
Right?
I don't think we're ever getting him anywhere else. I don't
Right.
If I'm honest, if you don't buy a PlayStation of the first Spider-Man game, you're pretty much shooting yourself in the foot anyway.
I
Like,
agree.
it's not that it's a good thing. I'm not saying it's a good thing. But if you see the first Spider-Man game and Miles Morales and you're shocked that anything else will be PlayStation exclusive for Spider-Man, you're kind of being stupid. I'm not being funny. Like, you know what I mean? At that point, you think to yourself, maybe it's PlayStation exclusive. I don't know. Like, do you know what I
Xbox
mean?
gets Halo. They
Um,
get
yeah.
Halo.
And,
Yeah,
and
okay.
Forza.
Yeah.
we got a couple of.
I heard you
Illuminati
saying that
members
earlier
on
today
here.
on your stream, Sadot. Like you say that like they don't pump out 15,000 God of Wars and
Yeah.
what is their racing game Gran Turismo 16?
Yeah.
And,
Forza,
like,
I think,
Oh,
right?
we got another Horizon coming. What else do we have?
The second
Like-
Horizon.
They've
Okay.
got that start, they've
Right,
got
but like you
Star
act like they're
thing,
oh
they've
we're
got
gonna have
the
our
Star
third Spider-Man game. Like yeah, like what do we have? A Resistance 7? You know, like they both have their things they put out.
The reason why Sony has all this stuff they can do sequels is because they make really good games that are so awesome and well received that people want them again, and they do that a lot, way more than Xbox does.
Well, clearly, I'm not I suck at driving cars in a game, but like Forza is like regarded as the best racing game there is. I mean, there's a reason why it keeps getting put out, and same thing with Halo. I hate
90?
Halo.
Mario
I don't know how many
Kart,
there are.
Right? Mario Kart, listen.
but still, like,
there will be no Mario Kart slander on the round table. We're gonna stop that right now.
He's gonna get kicked right out of
here. You can lay it down. I love it.
It's the best race
but like,
going, okay? You can play whichever console you want. Mario Kart beats them all.
All right, real quick, boys. The state of the game for you guys right now. Y'all know how this goes. I'm not even going to see what it is.
What's shaking, people? It's your boy Doom Killer HD. Sit back and relax. You are now rocking with the best. And welcome to another segment of Fire or Trash, where we take your favorite YouTube or Twitch streaming content creator and ask them a series of questions really fast. The only thing they can answer is fire or trash. Fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire or trash, fire or trash. The only thing you can answer to the questions I ask. Fire, or is it trash? Fire or trash.
All right, the state of Marvel's Avengers. Let's start with you, Mr. Johnny Rawker. Fire or trash?
Ooh.
Give me an explanation too.
I'm gonna say the fire is not quite. It's like a smoldering trash can, right? like there's smoke coming out the trash can. Like you can see the potential. Like it's right there in front of you. Somebody needs to draw it out in crayon so you can read it. And you can just about get this thing off the ground and really go in there. Like there's ideas, but right now, when you drop as many bugs as you did with this update, you broke so much shit, you erase people's stuff. It's still trash.
Slight Stardust. We asked you this on the wrap up, but we got these people want to know, dog. Fire or trash?
Trash on fire. Shit. I can smell shit.
What did you say? Trier last time, bro? Trier?
Trier,
God, I'm so scared to ask this dude right here, right now. Twin, with an explanation. Fire or trash?
It's actually fire.
I love
it. Despite, I mean, don't get me wrong, where the fire is inside of a sewage dump. But it's keeping us warm. It's keeping me warm. I actually found myself this week excited to play Marvel's Avengers. I want to fly. I'm enjoying, pew pew pewing with Spider-Man and flying around. But at the same time, you run into, oh, I can smell some dirty diapers. My resources are gone. Oh, look at that. I just stepped on a needle. There goes my raid progress, So it has potential. But once they clear out some of the debris, get rid of the unexploded landmines and the dead hookers scattered around the place. I think
this is the best fire or trash answer I've ever heard.
I think we'll have something going here.
God, bro, you need help, son.
Are dead hookers flammable?
Imagine playing a game with Spider-Man and going dead hookers, mate. That'll make it fucking.
Bro. My dude TrixRidiculous, one of the only people to successfully defeat fire or trash. Whoa. What do you think about this, my dude? State of the game.
The answer is the overall answer is fire, but I'll elaborate. So The content I think is fire. I'm having a lot of fun with
Yeah.
Spider-Man. The raid I think is I said it before. I think it's a great mission. I think it's a great step in the right direction. If this is the first raid and we're going to get more raids that are equal to or better than this, I'm really excited for that. I'm enjoying the game more than I did on November 29th, right?
Okay.
So for that fire, obviously all of the bugs, all the issues are trash, right? I think for the raid, obviously there's like the one-shot bug. There's a lot of little bugs that like maybe you have to reload a checkpoint. It doesn't completely destroy you. I think adding the join in progress feature will fix 95% of that stuff to still be able to at least finish the mission. And then like the resource stuff, all the little bugs here or there, obviously like bugs are an endless battle with a lot of games, but they've acknowledged, and I mean, if they can fix it quickly, like, is great. So I mean, you can't, if this game had no bugs, like knock on wood, let's just say that, and we're just looking at the content, is fire.
Mr. Jayshockblast, what do you got?
I don't really have anything to add to what those two just said. I'm right there with them. I enjoyed every stream I had this week. Like, I mean, I know I didn't play the raid, and I'm happy to hear that, like, both Trix and Sadot like enjoy the raid if it's working properly. Like that's a great sign, and that's great for the game moving forward. Now they just need to like iron it out and make it better. But like honestly, this was my favorite week of streaming in a while. Like I just really loved playing Spider-Man, and I'm sure that'll wear off a little bit, but there's 17,000 other games. I'm gonna get Sadot to team up with me on some Fortnite with Spider-Man this week.
Oh Jesus, never. I will say this right now. I am never playing Fortnite. If you ever catch me playing Fortnite, it's because they cut me a big ass check. I'm not playing that fucking game.
I have never played and will never play.
Yeah,
I've never played it.
They have cut me a big ass check, and
I
keep playing it.
I'm gonna give.
And he gets more for everyone he recruits to play it as well.
Creator code Jayshockblast for all your Epic Game Store needs.
There you go.
Right now, I think the fucking classic Spider-Man suit looks awful in Fortnite. I'm going to say that right now, right? I'm going to think it looks dog shit.
And I'm glad we actually brought that up because, or I brought that up, I guess. I wonder if we didn't get the Cosmic / Symbiote suit because there's some like exclusivity deal with Fortnite. Because
That's a good question.
that is one of I'm speculating, but like they showed 3 suits you can have for Spider-Man in Fortnite. One of them is Future Foundation, which is weird, and
Future
the
forward,
other one,
bro.
yeah, the other one is the Cosmic Symbiote, whatever you want to call it. So I'm wondering if that was like a deal they had with Fortnite. Hey, make this unique to us, kind of thing.
Is that also why we didn't get Noir this week? Instead we got the recolors?
I don't know what happened there. That's got to be a bug, and they haven't answered me on how you get that Black Widow man suit.
Yep.
Like,
Brian,
I did
Brian
ask
said
about
that
it.
will be revealed soon, apparently, on his Twitter. So,
Oh, okay.
soon. So they hit y'all with the soon, pretty much. Okay.
Yeah.
Soon.
he put
I will say,
PM
though-
as well. So,
I will say though, 10 a.m. tomorrow, Xbox fans finally got Spider-Man.
Oh, Fortnite.
Spider-Man holding a gun.
Fortnite.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what if that would have been
Japanese
Spider-Man.
the
Range
Japanese
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man? Yeah.
Hey.
So, anyway,
That's all I got on my list. What do you boys want to talk about? We got like 20 minutes left, so let's keep it
I
popping.
got a good one. I would like to know what these guys are talking about or what they think about. So I've had this thing in my community. I mean, I got about 400 people in my Discord. And I was quite shocked at the amount of people that are just like, you know what? If I don't have a single player path to 175, I'm done with this. Right? Because either they have internet connections where they just can't raid. A lot of people actually have insecurities about it, right? Because they don't want to be seen as the weak link and stuff. And we had a very good back and forth on my chat today about, is there a path or a middle ground to where, I mean, you have to understand, somebody said it earlier, we're the 1%, right? 95% of the people that play this game are casual as shit. They're never going to have the skill level to do that raid. They're definitely not ever going to do that. They can't even get through OLT, right?
Right.
So if you have that big a majority, what would it hurt if Last Avenger Standing gave power level upgrades but didn't include the raid gear, right? So you could just get what drops in Last Avenger Standing. It could go all the way to 175 and it would be at the exact same pace of the raid, right? To where it would be.
You could also add that to the Mega Hive as well, Johnny. So yeah, just to.
Well, see, the thing about that though is like, to me, that's where you start going down that slope. Like if you do it for Mega Hive, well, the issue is this is supposed to be for single players and people that can't raid. If you could run the Mega Hive and you're not intimidated by that, you could probably practice up and do an OLT.
But Mega Hive is also solo now too, though. You can run the Mega Hive solo.
But like
no, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt.
That's all right. But I just think if you just do it at the same pace as the raid, where it's once per character, right? Once a week, right? I think that you are definitely going to welcome players that are feeling alienated because they're never going to be at that elite level. And I've got a friend, Jacob. Shout out to my buddy Jacob. He's special needs, and the Xbox accessibility controller has been the greatest thing that's ever happened in his life. And I'm going to tell you what, we think we're Avengers players. Jacob's sitting on about 4,000 hours in Avengers. He plays the dog shit out of that game and loves it. But his reflexes and his skill level are never going to allow him to do that. And I think it's fair that he sees a 175 next to his name and gets to feel that accomplishment, right? Because it's not taking anything away from us. It doesn't make us any less badass or cut down our EP if, you know, that we can do it, but he can't, right? So I just like to know what you guys think about that and what your feelings are.
No, I like it, dude. Like I was trying to give you more ideas on it, boss. So I actually think that's smart because I know right now, like I was able to run the raid day one, right? But I really have not had the time because of work and my own content that I need to create to run it again. You know what I mean? Because it takes too long for one. So if I can still be able to level up. I don't need the gear just yet, like you're saying. That when I get time to run the raid, I'll go get that raid gear. But if I can still level up my character up to at least soft cap, 165, you know what I mean? Give me that at least, you know what I mean? That would make me feel better because I don't have the time to be running that raid, and especially for freaking 10 characters. You know what I mean? That's a lot, dude. That's a lot. Anybody else can jump in whenever you guys want. It's free for all right now. So
yeah, I think there's a goal. I think they should overall expand some of the missions that they have in the game and make them more viable, especially for if you're a single player or anything. Like Last Avenger Standing, I think that should have a multiplayer option. I think the reward should be better. Monica, they put a lot of time into that, but you only play it once a week. And I don't understand why that doesn't make any sense. You put all this work into this middle sector and you play it once a week, and the only reason people even bother to play it now is for that Tachyon Surge gear. But when they nerfed it, there was literally no reason to play it at all.
Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was going to say I'll chime in on one point that you said, and then I'll give my response to Johnny as well. I actually asked Brian on his stream because he was playing the Last Avenger Standing on his stream a few days ago, and this was probably actually before the update. And I asked him, I said, is there any plan to make this multiplayer? And he said they specifically made the decision not to make it multiplayer because it would be too similar to the Mega Hive, which I strongly disagree with. They wanted the Last Avenger Standing to be the solo end game. If you do not want to play with other players, that's your solo end game type grind, which I have my mixed feelings about that, but
but then you made the Mega Hive, but then you made the Mega Hive single player
to start, right?
Yeah, I can add something to that. So not only did he say that to you, he said to us, or they said to us, I don't remember who said it, but the reason they don't want to add anything to Last Avenger Standing is because they want to push people towards the social elements of the game. So they don't want people just running Last Avenger Standing because it is a single player experience. They want people to be more social and to go into multiplayer more. So yeah, it's like a conundrum that we're in.
Yeah,
Right.
I get, and I understand wanting. It is a multiplayer game. I understand wanting people to be social, but also recognize the reality that your multiplayer game is kind of broken in multiplayer. So, at the very least, give people the opportunity to enjoy the experience single player while you're fixing all of the aspects of multiplayer.
Who wants to let
Yeah.
Big B know that Mega Hive is definitely single player now? Like, I don't know if you
All
know
of
this,
us.
but
Okay.
I love
Um,
that.
It's
I
single-
love
to clear something up for.
I love the
for
I love the LOL. I love the LOL at the end too. Like I love when someone just says.
Well, it is multiplayer.
I want to.
He's
clear
not
something
wrong.
up really quick. So Burst put in chat 14 flaws for a gear piece to grief enemies. So for people who don't get that, I mentioned it in the weekly wrap up that basically we spoke to a dev before. I won't mention his name because it's not fair. But basically, he said that like if we added an emote wheel, it would cause griefing and spamming of emotes, even though you can do that already, right? So when people Trix posted the gear piece that allows you to emote for like 10% melee resistance or whatever it was, melee
And taunt.
defense or something like that, it encourages emoting. So
I'm gonna
and
be
this is-
griefing everybody.
exactly,
They
you're
don't
gonna be
even know
griefing
how
everyone, bro.
griefed
Listen,
everyone's
it's
gonna be.
over. It's over. All the enemies are griefed.
Yeah.
Trolled.
I think Sadot had a good tweet that I saw. I think it was this morning, or maybe I don't know. I forgot when it was. He has a lot of good tweets, but it was something like
Follow me on
sometimes
Twitter.
sometimes Crystal can't get out of their own way.
yeah, was a
And
good
that's unfortunately true. I feel like they have a lot of good intentions and they want everything to be good, but like, and I understand that we all have ideas. Everybody has ideas and they put them out there and some people latch on to them. And we think, well, that's the only way that it can be done. And I understand it's their game. They're going to build it the way they want to. But I just feel like there's some things where they really don't do a good enough job understanding the people that play their game and what they're looking to get out of it. Because I mean, I know behind the scenes we like all say, that these things you got to have more. And I don't understand why a company that's like struggling to get people to play the game puts these time constraints up there. Like Johnny said earlier, like him and I have mentioned it so many times there. Like, why are there all these time gates? Like time gates are dumb. Like, why can't I just play any mission anytime I want? So like, yeah, man, it's I still love the game. Like I understand all the flaws. I like it for what it is. It could definitely be better. I want it to be better. But like I just wish they could like just get it together because like God, I do love the game, I'm just tired of like almost getting there, like
Exactly.
taking 2 or 3 steps forward and then it's like whoops.
I mean,
Hold
what
up.
was the Super Bowl like with the dude from the Bills where they're about to win the Super Bowl and he's
Yeah.
running it all the way and the son of a bitch drops the ball on the 2-yard line, right? Like that's kind of what it feels like sometime, right? But anyways.
Yo, this tweet from Hyrule is really on point. Fellow roundtable member, it says, it sucks starting to see the frustration pile up about the raid. It really feels like it dampens any excitement around it because every time you want to discuss it, people's experience tend to be mostly negative. Disconnects and bugs are making this experience turn sour. Anybody want to comment on this tweet?
I
I'll
retweeted it,
comment
so
on it.
yeah, I
Yeah.
agree wholeheartedly.
I agree. And
I have
it's
a
like,
lot to say about it.
It's like I said earlier, man. I mean, obviously the bugs, little bugs here and there that just make you restart the particular encounter you're on, those need to get fixed, period. But disconnects, join in progress will fix a lot of that and people will still be able to get through it. What I will say is this raid should not have matchmaking. I tell everybody, don't even try to matchmake it. If you try to get in matchmaking, I tell people, and this isn't even being toxic. If you get in if you're willing to try a matchmade game and you get in and 1 or even 2 people don't have mics or they're speaking another language, just leave. Just leave and try to find another crew because you're going to waste your time.
If I was a developer and I released multiplayer content this unstable, I would be ashamed of it. The amount of people that have fucking played through this raid and not been able to get through it is disgusting. And to be honest, if I looked at all the bugs and all the situations people have had, I'd never release it in the first place.
Right.
The raid is fun, as in remove all the bugs. The raid is fire. I like it, but add all the bugs and all the bullshit that people have had, and it's pathetic. Honestly, I wouldn't have released this content if they've not finished it yet. I understand the like, you've got corporations and stuff that are like, right, we have to release it on this day and stuff like that. So I'm not blaming like the ground developers. I'm blaming whoever decided to release it on November 30th because it wasn't ready.
I mean, I was, like, I ain't trying to call some mans out, but like the other night I was watching Garn and a few of his guys run the raid.
Yeah.
And I feel like that experience in a nutshell is exactly what Fate was just talking about. Was they start out, they're excited, they do that first fight, they're melting the enemies, they're all into it, and then the first bug happens. It's like, oh, okay, guys, it's not a big deal. Let's restart. Right. And then as it went, it fucked up more and more and more and more until somebody falls off, and you just watch the bugs systematically break down the fun.
Yep.
Right.
Absolutely.
It's hard.
It's pathetic. Honestly, like at the end of the day, look, the raid itself. So like on the weekly wrap up, again, I keep advertising that. I said that the actual raid, take away the bugs, take away everything, the core raid itself, fire, right? Everything around it, which is about 1 million bugs, ruins it completely. And everything that's fun about it gets fucked up completely by the fact that they didn't fix the bugs, they didn't sort the shit out, and it's honestly, I wouldn't be able to release it, and it's a joke at this point. Like every single big content release they do, bugs, you know what I mean? And like it's not good enough anymore. And I feel like at this point, like you get to a point where you keep releasing big update patches that come out with these game breaking bugs that people have to wait to play the raid in case they disconnect. I wouldn't bother. At this point, I'd get to a point where I wouldn't even bother. And this is one of the biggest trust issues that people have. And it's been a thing since launch. And if you're struggling to get people's trust now, I don't think you're ever going to get it. And that's kind of my thoughts about it.
I think that, and what really disappointed me about this whole week is that I felt like just playing the raid and seeing through it that this might be the best that they can do, and it made me really sad for like a minute because I've been with this game since the beta. I really wanted to do well, but it's just the fact that I can predict literally everything that would go wrong on launch day is just exhausting. And I took no pleasure in it. I really wanted to be wrong, and just every time I even listed off a bunch of the past updates because I was like I was worried it's going to be like this, and it's always like this. And this time I don't even know how they're going to fix it in a timely manner. Like they're about to go on winter break, and all the problems that are going on with this patch, it's too much. It's too much to fit. It has to be fixed in like either one really big patch, which is going to take time, or they're going to have to pick and choose which issues they can address and kind of hit them one at a time and just leave stuff hanging for possibly weeks. Like it could be into January or almost, depending on how long, if their break is as long as it was last year, it could be February before the raid is functional.
Damn.
Yeah. I mean, it could even take them 3 months after this. You know what I mean? And no one wants to wait 3 months. No one wants to wait 3 months to be able to play a fucking one mission in the game. Do you know what I mean? Because for people that play this game, they will see it as just one mission. Do you know what I mean? And it's not 3 months to finish one mission. No, thank you. Is this TrixRidiculous gameplay?
This was actually not me, but I'd like to think it was me.
Yeah, Trix, you tweeted this out earlier, bro. This was just nasty, dude.
That was filthy.
That was
Filthy.
nasty, bro. Let's watch it again real quick. Just it was nasty,
right.
dude. Like, yeah. Yo,
If only we could all finish the raid this quick, then maybe we'd bump into less bugs. Bro.
If anyone wants to talk shit about Kamala not being one of the best characters, just show them that clip.
She did that, yo.
Somebody asked me about a tier list, and I said after the raid, and if you want to look at a tier list, I put Kamala firmly in the S tier. after
Strong
in
internet
the post-
connection is the only thing above. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you noticed the war going on in chat?
Oh,
What
It's
are
boy.
they
been kind
fighting
of fun.
about?
I don't know. I
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know. I
it's-
just
it's
keep
all-
seeing like
it's
Well, I mean,
always something.
I got called a defender early, even though I've been slugging off the raid since the fucking weekly wrap up. So I mean, you know,
Oh God, Harry started with the Hulk. Here we go. Oh, I already
mate.
know what
He,
that's
listen,
about.
he doesn't want to show off the thriller. Okay, release that skin already, CD. What are you doing? It wants
So,
the Sphinx to look
As I
different.
said on the last show that we did, the wrap up. Thank you for always hooking that up for me, Stardust. Appreciate it.
Always, right?
There was a poll I did on YouTube. It just with my subscribers is about maybe 250 people responded, and I asked, did you complete the Marvel's Avengers raid? 84% of those people said they did not, and a lot of them were saying that it's just no reason for them to try it. They either don't have good internet, they don't have enough people to play with. Every time they play, they disconnect. Does anybody want to discuss that?
I think
84%. Go ahead, Johnny. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, the shit that y'all just said about the winter break, that scares the living shit out of me. Because if you are talking about things that are going to be detrimental to the future of this game, is if you leave this raid as it is through the holidays, it's going to be bad. It's going to get real bad. As mad as people are now, it's going to continue. It's going to continue. It's going to continue. Right. And I just really feel like if it were me and my name was John Q Crystal Dynamics, it would be all hands on deck. What do we got to do to straighten this out? And if we can't do join in progress, let's at least figure out checkpoints, right? You got to do one of the two, like whichever one of those is the easier of the two coding jobs.
Nah.
You need to have
They need
5
that
people,
join,
24 hours a day on that while
We
you're
need
trying
that
to iron all
join
the
in,
other
Johnny.
shit out.
That checkpoint still ain't gonna help us if somebody leaves, because
Yeah, I
there's
was gonna
certain
say.
parts of the raid. There's certain parts of the raid you need 4 people. For,
I've
you know what I mean?
reloaded checkpoints too many times, boss.
Well, no,
Like,
but what I mean is like save checkpoint progress. So like
Like
say
when you
if
leave and
Duke
join
is
back,
out,
go to that.
we
we
chat,
can
you
all
start at
go
that
back
point.
to the
Oh,
Quinjet
right,
and
yeah.
start
Now, that
right
would
back
be
where we
cool.
were.
that would be cool.
Right.
That
Would
cool.
be really good. And
Yeah,
also, too,
that would be that would actually be perfect, because I mean it's really not joined in progress, but you're still not losing the progress that you already acquired. You know what I mean? So yeah, that works. That works, bro.
Just to be devil's advocate, not on. I agree with everything Johnny said, but for your poll, Doom, that number is actually not that unreasonable. I'm actually looking just while we did it, because I actually looked Destiny, and I know I always compare to Destiny, but I'm sure you could look at Ghost of Tsushima or anything. Like the amount of total active players that have beaten the Vault of Glass on normal, which is the most current raid, 15% of Destiny players, and that raid's been out for 6 months.
in all fairness, though, they did advertise it as an everyone sort of patch so that they can all complete the raid. But the elite raid is where the big boys come in, right? So like the normal raid is where everyone could maybe give it a taste, but the elite raid is where fucking the big boys play. Do you know what I mean? And that's why that's probably an issue. Is that like, so I get what you're saying, but I feel like in this sort of game where like they went from 0 to 100, at least everyone should be able to complete the normal raid, and then elite raid is where like you get big boys playing. You know what I mean?
agree. Like this easy raid should have just been the training wheels.
Yeah.
Right? This should have been, we're teaching you the mechanics, we're teaching you the shit, we're going to give you a base level of gear that's going to help you into the thing. I think that was their intention, but I think they just overestimated, and this is going to sound like I'm being harsh, but I'm not. I think they overestimated the skill player of a majority of or the skill level of a majority of their fan base.
Yeah.
Right? I think they felt like people should just be able to crush
I
this.
feel like they watched the content creators and they were like, yo, everyone's like that. Do you know
Exactly.
what I mean?
Legit
And the
scared
thing
the
is,
shit out of everybody. Right? They
explained-
were just like, damn, crank it up, crank it up, crank it up.
I
you know?
explained that, like, as a content creator, I have to beat the raid. 'Cause if you're a content creator who does build videos and you don't finish the raid, fuck
Jay.
Jay don't do.
I feel like. Can I just say? I do feel like the raid is definitely beatable by probably a way larger the normal mode anyway. Again, if join in progress, I am strongly against. I don't think they should have even had raid matchmaking because it's just setting people up for failure.
100% agree.
Yeah.
And I think, I feel like the bugs and the kicks and what, like you said, Stardust, I think a lot of people saw the creators do it day one. They saw people get kicked, get booted, get bugged out, and they didn't even attempt it because of that. I feel like if a lot of people attempted it with, like, they tried an LFG, let's say there were no bugs, or there at least was join in progress, that number of people, because if you go in and give it an honest effort, I feel like a lot of people can beat this raid.
For sure. And I'm actually not expecting that much from the elite version either, but we'll have to see about that.
It'll just be artificial length, bro. Like, it'll be 2 more clusters instead of 5 or 6 or whatever it is. Like, that's all it'll be. Like, it'll just be.
Let's talk about that real quick before we get out of here. We already did fears and expectations of, this patch and raid. What are you guys expecting or fearing for the elite raid? I think most of us have, and I don't, but most of you guys have 2 or 3 weeks before you can actually play it. So what are you expecting? Let's start with you, Trix. I want to hear what you got to say, brother.
Yeah, I got a couple ideas. I think for the shard room, I think there might be more shards. They're going to be regenerating a lot quicker, and I think you're going to have to. They're probably going to put on a debuff where if you were the runner, you have to rotate the runner, and a new person's going to be the runner the next time. I think that'll add a level of complexity that'll make it a little more difficult. On the drill side, I'm not really sure. I don't know what they could really do on that one. But then kind of same idea for the final claw fight, or at least not the one with Zavawardi. I don't know what the hell they're going to do with that one. Maybe it's going to be really mandatory that you fill up the little circle of power-ups. But for the final claw fight, I'm guessing, because if you remember, when you go into the end room, you get like a vibranium exposure type of buildup. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So I'm willing to bet that that's going to come into play. Again, same thing. If you go in, you get that vibranium exposure, and then there's a time limit to you being able to go back. So you have to rotate the runner. So you can't just hide a DPS character. You can't hide someone who doesn't have DPS. Like your Spider-Man, you're going to have everyone's going to have to be able to do the deeps each phase.
Gotcha. Anybody else thoughts on that?
I think he's dead on the money. The other thing too is where we saw the little eyeball orbs, and we saw like the orbs that generate ads. I could really see them for example, like Final Fantasy, ad management is such a big thing. I could see in that boss fight to where it spawns way more ads, and if you can't manage the ads, you don't get to the DPS phase, and then if you miss that window, say twice, it's an insta kill. I could really see that being a thing.
Can they stop wiping us, though, Johnny? I'm tired of getting wiped.
That's how raid works. That's how a raid works.
I don't think it will be any more difficult than the other one. I think they'll just make it longer. I think they'll make it more repetitive and longer. I think they'll have 2 more clusters, 2 more things that go on the side of that generator bullshit. I think they'll add 2 more doors. I think they'll just make it longer for banter. And I think that's all they'll do for the elite raid.
What if they just added a horde mode in the middle of it, though? That would be pretty dope, right?
I would be all for entirely new encounters, right? I would be way more excited to where if we go in and it's you think you're about to go out and fight Claw, and all of a sudden there's a whole new part you didn't know about.
Maybe
exactly.
Maybe we can get crossbones now, because
right?
they did say they have crossbones.
I was gonna say
they might maybe give us crossbones.
You
guys are expecting too much.
I would love that.
Yes,
I would love that.
We are, but I hope
absolutely be a stretch of what we've already got, and I think that's it. Right. I think it'll just be a stretch.
There's two secret doors. Maybe they open up. You know those secret doors I'm talking about.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
I know what
When
you're
you-
talking about. Yeah.
Yep. And Taskmaster and Abomination come out. That's
I glitch behind what in one of our raids today. There's a little crack in the wall you can squeeze through. I just fell right through the floor. There's no anime. There's no texture behind.
Listen, the
doors right
raid.
now.
Listen, elite raid's gonna work fine, lads. All right. You
Don't
gotta get to the
even
elite
kid
raid to
yourself.
have the clean experience, bro.
Don't
It's
even
what it
kid
is.
yourself,
no issues at
brother.
all. None.
Elite raid is where it's at.
Oh god. So Sadot, what kind of bugs should we expect in the elite raid? You know you're the prophet right now, so
Oh, here we go. If you don't clear it, your units go away permanently. Oh,
look at the other member of the ultimate in
Oh,
the
goodness.
Dude in the building.
The man with the faultless range exotic that makes me cry. Okay, bro.
Oh yeah, I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Yeah, all right, June. Yeah, okay, bro.
Personally, I think
Sadot was
I think-
telling. Oh yeah, go ahead, Sadot.
I think the elite raid is going to be flawless. There's going to be no bugs. It's going to run a lot cleaner.
And then
Well,
we
if he's
all
gonna be
over.
right all the time, you might as well say something good.
Yeah, speaking into
Forgot to
existence,
check,
bro.
he just checked his email and he got that email.
That's right. He just got
He
that.
got listen,
I have no
listen.
idea.
Sadot's
I have
got
no-
that ad. You know what I mean? Hashtag ad.
Hashtag sponsored right now.
Yeah.
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir. I think we're going to have a lot more skillful encounters. We're going to see crossbones. We're going to see graviton pop up.
Hold on.
It's going to be everything we wanted.
And She-Hulk releases with the elite version.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah,
Venom,
and
Master.
if you complete the elite
Shout
version
out.
of the raid,
You're
you're
doing a lot
going
of this right now.
to unlock War Machine.
Why you gotta break my heart, man? Why
A whole lot of cap.
Come on.
A whole lot of cap.
Hold on, the cap in this motherfucker.
This message was sponsored by Square Enix.
I was gonna say, Sadot's remembering that fucking Guardians of the Galaxy playthrough, and he's like,
He's about to put that jacket and
yeah,
t-shirt and
yeah.
socks and all that shit on right now.
He's
Oh,
got a
yo,
special
stupid.
message just 10 minutes ago, bro. He's like, "Fuck, this raid's great."
I was
Since
just checking
Lejeune
my
is here,
email. I was like, hold up.
since Lejeune is here, I have to say thank you because now I am known as JJ some shit. Thanks to that hilarious
clips,
dude you had in your raid.
Oh
this Friday.
yeah, I remember that.
Okay, this Twitter post got me really wilding out right now. It says
Me and
one of my
Trick-
random teammates
crying.
peed in a bottle and went AFK, and at the
Listen,
final
listen.
battle because the
Play
pee
Avengers
spilled on his
goated.
cup, bruh.
Play Avengers
Bruh.
goated. Listen, if someone pees in a bottle on his team, he's beating the raid anyway.
I said
Leave it out.
this is the poster boy post of why there should be no matchmaking in this raid. These are the teammates. This is the caliber of teammate you get.
Don't you want your teammates pissing in a bottle before they do close
Bruh.
final fight? What's wrong
Yeah, I'll
with
be
you, bro?
pissing in a bottle.
I
by the
read
end of
that.
it if
I read that on Trix's stream while we were raiding. We were fucking crying.
I was fucking rolling.
Guys, that's a feature. It was supposed to.
It's
That's
supposed.
easy.
Listen, you're supposed to piss in a bottle. Say you get the special gear piece. Do you not know?
Right.
Say you get the
No,
Sonic gear piece.
I'm
that
about
looks
to
like
mute
this.
you right now because you wilding, sir.
As
You
a-
are
just-
wilding.
Just to Doom, just to expand on that post, can we just say Crystal Dynamics was out of their damn mind asking people in a Twitter post if they completed the raid?
Right.
They were
Like the
asking for
diamond.
trouble.
Let's go find that actually. Let's go
I was
there.
gonna say, I think Andy
Squads
was
are
putting a
horrible.
football helmet on right as he was
Listen,
putting that shit out.
Listen,
Scheduled
that's like them releasing Cosmic
Cancel it,
Cube
cancel
gameplay and go, did anyone's IP leak? Yeah,
I would have unscheduled that tweet.
Right?
Yeah,
yeah,
unscheduled.
bro, like,
It's like, oops,
crazy.
forgot about that
Oh
one.
my goodness.
Let me see.
Guys, are you upset about the raid? Let us tell you about the color red that we used to do the crystal that was invented in 1947, and we'll have more info later.
Yo, we replaced this magic crystal with a fucking spider. Yeah, give us some credit.
Dude, these replies are actually wild. One says, I haven't tried it because my game got wiped and lost all progress. Thanks for giving me a broken game.
Ah,
Bro,
it's
look
probably
at
user error though.
That's the best right there.
Look at
No,
this
dude,
guy
dude,
here.
That was Jay
Listen,
Jayshockblast on the count right there.
My reaction to finishing the raid was
What
like
was
the
it?
monkey with the nose tubes in it that you
The Fortnite.
posted on the fucking group chat, bro.
Is that
Oh,
the
I was
Jay
like-
Shockblast alt account? Is Jay Shockblast is Avengers hater in disguise?
That's
I think so. I think
I
so.
figured it out.
That's what I think.
Again, nope, can't. It doesn't
That-
work for a lot
Actually,
of players.
actually, I think
Those
that
not
might.
having
I
issues
think you
that
might be onto
also-
something there. I think you might be
Oh,
onto something
Sadot
there.
prior?
I know.
I had a
'Cause-
run with Hyrule Alive and Lejeune that took us 4 attempts to beat Avengers hater. Let's get out. He's gonna hack the stream. He's gonna hack the
Facts.
stream.
Look at Carrot Scraps. He hit him with the Toby. Yo, crazy dude. Oh no,
No,
look at this guy.
wait. Crashed for a teammate during final fights. We haven't finished it yet. Most frustrating experience in this game thus far. Not going to try again until there is a join in progress. Damn.
Yeah.
Damn. First time completion, me using Kamala with Johnny Rawker. Look at you, Johnny. You on
Shout
spotlight,
out to
sir.
Johnny.
Using
Using
Spider-Man,
Spider-
FK, Blavius King. Using Hulk.
That
Lex,
boy said
using
5
Thor.
hours and 24 minutes, bro. Good
I'm
lord.
surprised no one got disconnected.
Shit.
Lord.
That was the one thing that amazed me. I was like, holy shit. We all say
I feel like
wouldn't-
Peter Odin must be on like everybody's friends list.
Yes, he
because
is.
he's
Like
Yeah.
that
awesome.
dude's on.
That's
Yeah,
why.
for sure, for sure.
Yeah. He's that dude though, so
I
No,
love him. He's so
bugged out
cool.
on first puzzles on numerous attempts, hoping we get some bug fixes.
I just want to know
before the
who
winter break.
who Doom blocked.
Yeah, me too. Actually, that's a good
Oh,
point.
it's Black
dude. Big
Wakanda.
look.
It's Black
Uh,
Wakanda, guys.
Listen,
I
I-
don't dislike Black Wakanda. I'm just keep
I
it
just
real. with
dislike
you. The
his
kid is just
tweets.
too young, bro.
Can I
He's
can
just
I
too
be
young,
honest?
bro.
Can I be honest? Like about people that young in the community, I don't mind people like killing if you sort of like act a bit mature. But as soon as you start acting like 14, 15, 16, I feel weird. I feel like a fucking
Yeah, I
dodgy
can't
person.
interact with that
It's out.
dude,
Yeah,
bro.
no, it's weird, isn't it? It's weird.
Like I want to cuss him out, but then I'm like, dude, I got a kid that's almost his age. You know what I mean? Who would I look like cussing him out?
Just swear at both.
You know?
Have your
Hey,
kid
man,
cuss
might as
him out.
well.
Have your kid
Might
cuss
as
him
well.
out. There you
Yeah.
go.
Okay,
My
you
experience is
missed-
different
you missed
because
most of
I
this,
came
huh?
up
Go
on
ahead.
Lego
Go.
games, so I'm used to having a younger audience and it being weird. So I don't know.
Nah, he just said stuff to me that I wouldn't, I wouldn't take from a grown man, but he's a little boy. So how do I look like? You know what I mean? So I just muted.
Damn,
you know
listen,
what I mean?
I
I
think
wish I
like
did not
listen,
ask.
FK and A have had their own problems with Black Wakanda. I'm sure Doom Squad Gaming can have their own problems with Black Wakanda. You know what I mean? It's a rite of passage, bro. Listen.
Yeah, I get it, dog. I don't dislike the kid, but like I said, he's a kid, and I'm a grown ass man. I don't got time, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't got time.
I am now sorry that I asked.
No, it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. He's good for the community. I love the little kid. You know what I mean? But at the same time,
He's a
I ain't
14.
got
Listen, he's a 14-year-old kid. At the end of the day, like
Yeah.
when even though we're like an Avengers community, there's still so many adult spaces in this community that when you have a 14-year-old kid come in and act like a 14-year-old, we start feeling a bit dodgy. Do you know what I mean? Like it's a bit weird.
Yeah,
Like, at that point.
there's nothing against him. You dig? He's a cool
How-
cat, but
how
I
old is
personally, I just
Does
He's like
anyone know
14.
how old Avengers Hater is?
he's
Probably,
got
probably
like 12.
13.
How
bro,
old are you,
using
Jay?
Probably
using
like
that
12.
Godslay fucking voice actor thing.
Yeah.
Jay, how old are you?
Hey, how old are you?
I am 40.
42.
All right,
Jay,
that's how old-
Jay,
that's how old
let's do
Avengers
it.
He's
hater
42,
is.
dude. Dylan.
Jay just turned 18. Jay's just had a first beer.
I'm so old I had to think about it.
Lord.
I feel like he's anywhere between 12 and 50. Like,
Listen, how old is it when you can start playing with Legos? About 4, right? I think Jay's about 14, and I think we're at like.
Oh no, bro. Lejeune, you missed most of the wrap up. First off, bro, congratulations on coming through. Sadot told Stardust's team that we would clear the raid, level up Spider-Man, beat the raid with Spider-Man at 150 before they got their first completion.
And Lejeune
And,
got the exotic I wanted
dude,
as well.
Bro, you ultimated out on that thing, my dude. So
I know.
congratulations, because you
I
came
know.
through like a boss. Like
I
a
know.
boss.
I know.
Man beat me by 4 minutes. Damn it, man. Damn it.
And I didn't
Bro,
even know. That's the crazy part. Like,
Bruh.
people hit me up on Twitter and so I'm like, oh, for real?
No.
I didn't know that.
That was awesome, dude. Hell yeah.
But
if I got to share 1 and 2 with somebody,
might as well. You know what I mean? But dude, you've probably played the raid more than anybody on this panel right now because you played for what 16 hours day 1, 12 hours day 2, and then another 6 hours today.
Yeah.
So, shit. Like, what is your experience? Not experience, because I mean, obviously, you wouldn't play it as much if you didn't like it. What is your initial thoughts on the raid? Like, for people who would come to your channel and be like, "June, is the raid fire or trash?" What would you hit them with?
I'll hit them with it's all right because I matchmake the raid on stream. You know, Jay was there.
Oh.
Yeah, you seen the struggle I went through
I did.
So if you're just playing the game casually, I'm sorry, bro. Like you have to go get very, very, very lucky, and it's slim that's gonna happen. That you go get people that know what they're doing, especially getting mics. Mics are, dude. I kid you not.
Right,
y'all was there. I was literally at the puzzle part trying to explain people how to do the puzzle. The Captain America just disappeared for 30 minutes. He just disappeared.
He peed in a bottle and it spilled on his controller.
I promise you, he literally sat on the panel and disappeared. Didn't say nothing. He was gone for 30 minutes plus. I'm like, bro, this cannot be real. Didn't say nothing. I'm like, bro.
I can't believe you matched me, dude. I mean,
look, Lejeune's the savior, bro. June, Burst took the brown ball in the other day. It was like his 5th attempt, and he was begging, he was praying to Jesus. He was like, "Thank you, Lord. Thank you, base Lejeune. Thank you, base Stardust." He wasn't having it, bro. He was like, "Thank you, Jesus." Like he was praying to like some fucking situation. Like that's how bugged this raid is that you actually have to pray to Jesus to actually get through.
And speaking about that, bro, like it's bad. It's bad, bro.
The bugs, right? Yeah.
It's bad. Yeah. Like I was playing with Howard like a couple days ago. It's bad, bro. We literally got out of the forge. We got if Hyrule was here, he would tell us. We were legit in the forge. We had just finished it. Well, you know, like when you teleport in Zavafari, you know, he teleports you back to the starting when you first get in there.
Yeah.
You see Claw in the middle. Claw was literally doing his white phase while we was teleporting. As soon as we spawned in, we died.
Bruh.
It happened 2 times in a row.
2
times in a row.
And that Panther cutscene's supposed to protect you, bro. What are you talking about?
And the worst thing about it, once we respawned from getting one shot during the cutscene, we spawned out of the map. And we tried to reload checkpoint. We had to legit leave the mission and and it happened 2 times in a row.
Yep.
You could have just done a video called Free Roam the Raid mission with Spider-Man, bro.
I think I saved clip of it. I think I did. But I don't see how you can just miss some shit like this. I really don't. Like I don't. Especially the fucking end, bro. Like when he just randomly one shots. That shit is so stupid.
No. All right,
he made me look so fucking stupid because like FK was getting mad. FK was like, "I don't know about this shit I'm about to watch," and I'm like FK, calm down. I was like, just watch his arm. Look at his arm. 8 seconds later, he just went zap dead. Without moving his arm, it was like shit.
I explained this.
And then he moved it after.
If you're a Spider-Man, you can like swing up to the panther head and keep web zipping towards a tree that's behind it, and you can literally get to a point where you're basbasically camping the entire fucking time.
I was just going down the boundary. I just web swing out of bounds and let him do his shit.
I don't risk it. I don't risk it because it'll bug and claw end up on the cliff or something. Like I don't risk that. Like
they say, if you're playing a flyer, just go all the way to the glass ceiling.
That's what I did with Iron Man. I just hung up in the ceiling.
And the thing I found out about it when playing Spider-Man, when I got that piece, that Stardust trying to get.
Yeah, you're right, legit. Relax.
I figured out with his spider sense, like if you can't see the one shot, his spider sense will go off, and you could tell when you about to get hit by the one shot. So, I mean, you could use that if you use a Spider-Man, but still, we shouldn't have to do all that. We should see when we go get hit. Like that's still, like that's a mandatory thing because that can legit wipe groups. Perfect. Like if you're getting, it happened to us the first time we tried to do the raid. Like we kept getting randomly one shot, and we have to keep restarting and that held us back so many times because we just kept getting
we
ran
were
with
in
one
that
shot.
fight for 2.5 hours. The second half of Claw for 2.5 hours.
If-
that shit just kept happening.
If you
Dude,
guys-
the only reason we survived it is because either Sadot would throw down his healing arrow, or I throw mine down literally in the wipe, so we wouldn't get wiped, dude. That's how we
How
survived.
about
So.
James, do you mind me, Doom? Do you mind me asking a question to everyone here on the panel? Because I mentioned
ahead,
it on a
man.
weekly wrap up. So, how do you guys feel about that bit where one of you have to go to the back to grab the anti-metal? How do you guys feel about that bit? So you entirely missed the boss fight, by the way.
I
So
think it's
you stood at
horseshit,
the
really.
back.
It's
Yep.
stupid.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
I
Drake,
I thought it was the best part of the raid.
best
I
part of the
actually-
raid.
I actually like it.
Okay. Trix likes it. What about you, June?
If I'm playing Spider-Man, I like it.
Okay. Okay. What
not
about
wrong,
you, Doom?
not wrong.
What about you, Doom? What do you think, bro?
I told you, I think I was bugged because I can remember Trix out there with us fighting Claw.
Yeah,
so-
you were bugged, bro.
I'm like,
Listen.
dude, I don't remember him not
I-
being in the Claw fight.
For
so-
me, my personal experience is that if you're in a cinematic game like Marvel's Avengers probably should be, the fact that like when I'm in the back, I get to play lazy mode, bro. Like Lejeune knows this. I was in the raid with him, bro. I was doing takedowns and I was dodging, like I was whatever, man. I was letting Lejeune out there doing the DPS. Like I was like, this isn't the cinematic experience I wanted to end War for Wakanda with, but I'm here with like the anti-metal in the back. I think it's bogus. I hate it so much.
I just couldn't understand, like, why don't you pick up the anti-metal
Yep,
and come
yeah,
back
yeah.
out?
Absolutely, 100%. I think at the minimum to make it more challenging. So there's 4 machines at the back, right, in the little room. You should all 4 of you should go there, hold square or whatever to grab the anti-metal, then go back out. Then you're all there for the fight, and it will be more fun.
Then
But for
turn
some-
it
And then, like
sideways
Trick
and
said,
stick it
make
straight
somebody
up
else
your
go
candy
each
ass.
time.
Well,
Rotation, yeah.
that's why I'm actually okay with it, because not everyone in this, not every character is a DPS machine, right? So it almost gives you ability to hide a support character, right?
works.
But to that point, like I said, I'm betting in the elite mode you're gonna have to have a different runner every time, because that vibranium exposure is gonna play a factor.
True.
Indeed. Yes, indeed.
Let's see.
June. So you missed
Yeah.
a lot of this stuff, bro.
I just got back home. My
No
fault.
worries, though. No, you're good. You're good. I get to ask you all of these questions, and everybody gets to laugh at your answers now because we've already answered all of these. So, bugs galore, dog. What was the worst thing that happened to you during the raid, as far as bugs is concerned? Was it so bad that you had to stop, or were you able to continue?
Oh, the one with me and High Ruler. As soon as we got finished with the forge, during the cutscene, we get one-shotted, and when we try to reload checkpoint, we outside the map, and we kind of legit restart the whole thing over. That's the worst one to me. And also the one shot that falls behind it. That's real close to it.
Spider-Man's running glitch. Have you experienced it?
His running glitch, where he just
Where he just looks like a crazy person and running around.
Oh
like
yeah.
that.
oh yeah. I feel that. Yeah, that's bad. That's bad.
It's my
and
most
the
viewed
last
video on Twitter.
Dog, that is so funny, bro. It's hilarious.
Running from Xbox plays.
As Sadot the Prophet predicted, he woke up Tuesday morning, logged in, no credits left. How was your credit game, sir?
I barely had any, to be honest. So I couldn't really tell. I didn't even know I didn't even know the credits was a
Not credits, units, I'm saying.
Oh, units? Oh,
Units.
units.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh.
They hit you?
wouldn't- Yeah, oh yeah, I got hit. Yeah, I got hit. But like,
Here's
What
the
you
clue.
get
You
hit
can
for,
tell
son?
if you go into, if someone loads in and if you look at a streamer and they don't have every character in the opening screen, that's how you know they've been doing the glitch, because they're midway through the reassemble campaign.
I feel like you lot. I got 200k naturally, and I still lost like 150.
Yeah,
Like-
I had over 200k, and when I opened it up I had 50k.
Yeah.
yeah, that's bad, especially for the people that like cosmetics. Yeah, you know they was looking forward to the shipments and all
Bro,
that.
listen, all those people that miss out on Cowboy Clint, how are they going to survive?
Yeah,
Seriously. Wow.
yeah.
Real quick question for even in the chat. Jay, you may be able to answer this. Xbox, did that happen on Xbox at all? where you guys lost units?
I mean, I didn't have enough credits for it to be affected. I think.
You
for
had
units.
50K too or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah.
I know
I believe it
if you had under 60K or something like that, it didn't mess with your units, but anything over 60K you were getting got. And I'm wondering if that happened on Xbox as well. So if anybody's in the chat from Xbox, could you let us know real quick before we get up out of here? June, you've been gone. You got anything you want to say, though? Besides you vibing?
I guess we could talk about the gear. I mean, I could talk about the raid gear.
Yeah. Talk about
go
the
ahead.
gear, the June. Yeah, go on, mate.
You
Go
know,
on,
I
tell me
got
what you
that. I got the good beats for
Yeah.
He got-
Tell me about it, June.
He's gonna
Go on, mate.
prove my point. Go ahead, Lejeune. Prove my point here.
All right, so for the gear, I'm messing. Like I got the Sonic Conduit on Hulk, and I got the perk that come along with it that give you like 80% extra damage when sitting on Sonic Conduit, and that's like Sonic was already. It was already a part of my build, and once like me testing out the perk, I like, you can see the damage increase, and you know it made me play Hulk different. I liked it. I liked the way I played it. But I think some things they could have did better, to be honest. But that static leak, it's interesting.
Tell me about the spider piece, June. Go on, tell me about that Spider-Man piece, June.
Now that
Like,
Spider-Man piece, I like the fact that they did that change because you could open up a build diversity when it comes to like your melee slide. You could pick something very different from a melee slide, but I like the way that they swapped out some things because you have to farm. You still got to farm, but like if you're trying to get faultless buff and you want like another stat perk on it, you know, like might, valor, resilience, you know, you can actually get it, but you got to get it through the raid, unfortunately. I like the way they switched it a little bit, but I think there's some perks that are kind of useless. You know, the one with I think it reduces the damage you take with Vibranium and Sonic. I feel like those kind of useless.
Yeah.
What's another one?
Lejeune, you got a fire piece
I want.
I've
seen a perk in the exotic range piece that guarantees you being able to do the web pull with Spider-Man. Like, who cares about that? Like, I'll just do it again straight afterwards. My failed attempts. Like, who cares, bro? Like, that's not a raid piece. You know what I mean? Like, Jesus.
June, you got a piece. I'm looking at it right now on your Twitter. The Discordant Blade for Hawkeye. The light combo and split shot arrow vibranium. It's got precision, and it's got Sonic Conduit status effects deal more damage and 10 extra seconds on the recovery arrow.
Oh yeah, that piece is fucking
fire.
Crazy. Yeah, that piece is fire. I ain't lying. That is crazy with Hawkeye.
I was super
more
jealous when I
damage.
saw that.
So they got some pieces on there that are fire, but like you got to go through the bullshit with the raid just to even get it. Then you got to go to the RNG to see.
That's a look right there.
Look at Black. Oh, you can't see Black Wakanda's comment.
That is
Black Wakanda put Trix side by side with the Rock from the Fortnite thing today with the people's eyebrow.
I didn't like that.
It was like a reply to that.
That's it. He's getting blocked.
Listen. I had to beg Hyrule to let me ban him from the Discord. So I mean, it's all good.
My moderator keeps saying we're beta testers.
Yes.
Not wrong.
Yes. Who's that? Aqua?
Yeah.
Aqua's a nut, dude.
It's about drive. It's about power. It's about hunger. We devour.
But I mean, they got some good pieces in there. It's just, unfortunately, the way the raid is,
But Lejeune, we were worth it. Bugs aside, though. I'll let this play out.
No, go ahead, talk, bro. This is just Stardust.
Oh
There he
shit!
is.
I made it.
No, we
I got stuck in the portal. Hang on, guys.
hold on. Now I'm interested in this. I've yet to see a damage buff pop up, so I mean, we'll see.
It's just all status effects, bro.
Yep,
It's kind of crazy.
Oh, there's the damage buff. All right.
Oh yeah, I got that piece with the drone. It doesn't work with Vibranium because I got it with Vibranium for the webs, and it doesn't work. So you got lucky.
That's brutal.
I like that shield, dude. That shield is nasty.
It is,
son.
bro. I've got it. I've got it, bro. Listen, you talk about Spider-Man needs to be ranged. No. Sorry, listen, Sadot. I'm not trying to start anything, right, bro? But listen, melee's the way. Okay.
This clip would have been like 15 seconds shorter if it was ranged, though.
It would have been.
I'm right, straight.
I literally have a clip on my Twitter of me doing it.
But no,
I'll be doing that
back to the gear though, June. We were saying like this group on this call right now, like our builds are all so min-maxed anyway that it's hard for us to get a piece that's better than what we already have, right? It's when you say, when you think like, oh, I did the raid, I took 2 hours to do it and I got shit. That's a very 1%er problem. But on the same coin, there are pieces. It's just the rolls. And you've played I know you've played raids in other games like Destiny and stuff.
Yeah.
You know how it is. You can go through a raid and be like, I didn't get the drop. I got to try again next week, and that's it.
Yeah. We're like, oh well.
Here's the thing. I've noticed that a lot of gear pieces from the raid would be fine if they just drop resolve, so I could at least stay alive while I'm using it. Do you know what I mean? Like, so I can one man status leak with the drone and the power attacks and stuff like that. But like, because it doesn't have resolve, I'm basically gonna get one shotted. So like, it's
if you're playing from ranged, you would have to worry about it.
I'm Spider-Man. I'm Spider-Man. I'm not.
But you got to do takedowns. You know how many iframes you get with the takedown?
I can do takedown. I can do takedowns too.
All of
I just don't have to waste time punching. I can just pew pew.
I refuse to have arthritis in my hips, boys.
Well, takedown scale off of your might.
I refuse. Sorry. I'm sorry.
I have like 900 might and it make about 900 melee. 900 melee waiting, and it makes no difference. So I'm just deleting everything.
Doom, please.
Here goes the June.
There it is.
It's a range Spidey. Not a joke, bro. This is a dot. This is a dot. I'm sorry. Wrong name.
Dead. 900 melee.
Bro, that faultless range gear is just too nasty, bro. It's too nasty.
Yeah.
Okay. Killed them real quick. I ain't mad at
He
you.
kind of did. He cleared my faster for us. Just keep it in
That
the
was
bug.
nasty.
He did clear faster.
I refuse to range Spider-Man in this economy. Okay.
I feel you. I'm on that same boat. I refuse.
I feel you.
I
It
also
is what it
agree.
is.
I don't like it either, but you gotta admit it's better.
No, no, I don't. I'm not looking at it. Listen,
I can admit it.
Sadot posted that piece, and I was like, listen, I know it's going to be better, but I can't look at it. I can't accept it. Melee. You know what I mean? Like,
I know exactly how you feel. I hated every minute of that, but it was better.
That was
It
me
saved
with
me.
Cap, dude. I was so it was like, man, I don't want to hear about a range Captain America, my Brooklyn Brawler shit, and then finally somebody posted something on my Discord, and it was
I can't do it, bro. Listen, like,
broke my spirit.
as much as I'd love to, like, just literally see Sadot's build, go right, get that. I can't do it. Like, Spider-Man's a melee character at heart, and I can't switch that. I can't do it.
feel you.
Even if it makes me a hindrance, I can't change it.
It just makes farming so much faster. Like I was doing Last Avenger Stand-In on my melee build. It took me like 10 minutes to clear the last level. and then when I just right before I was supposed to do something earlier, I did a Last Avenger Stand-In and just deleted everything on my rage build. No problem.
I can't do it. I'm sorry. Like, listen. If anyone comes to my channel expecting like a ranged build for the ages, you're never gonna get it. Go to Sadot's channel because I can't do it. Like, I can't do it to
Go to
myself.
any other channel.
Go to
don't even
anyone's
wanna
channel.
post
Listen.
it. I don't even want to post a build. Like I don't like it. I don't like doing it. I don't want to encourage it, but it's just
Johnny,
better.
Yeah.
Hey Johnny, what was the best piece of gear you got so far from the raid? The best piece.
Oh, I
you
got probably my web shooters. I got web shooters with Tachyon Surge,
Ooh.
that were. It was actually a heavy melee piece, like 70 plus valor, 70 plus might. The tachyon surge percentage, I think, is like 47%. And like I said, with the damage buff that I got, like Lejeune was in my stream today and saw every time I do that thwip spin, I get everything to perk. So it's like do Wrecking Ball, do the thwip spin, and then I've got damage buff and tachyon. And it's just like 15 seconds of just murdering the shit out of everything. Like I like it. It's fun.
Trix, your best piece of gear from the raid you got?
TBD, because I got to see how all these Sonic pieces work together. But best piece I got was just a way better stat stick in the melee piece for my ranged Thor.
Nice. Twin, what you got?
It was that arrow he deleted.
Oh,
No, that arrow was awful. The Discordant bow is probably the best. I mean, I was running through it on Iron Man, and it was fine, but I didn't really notice a difference, even though the gear looked good. But just playing around a bit with Hawkeye with the status leak, it definitely goes well with. It definitely makes the Sonic split shot even better. Okay. So that get up like so when I'm doing Sonic split shot, I'm also have Vibranium as part of the split shot, so that once the enemies are hit with the Sonic, they also get hit by Vibranium, and then once they hit with Vibranium, shock spreads all over, and then I just do the fire tornado and they all die.
Nice.
Awesome.
Stardust, what's your favorite piece of gear you got?
Listen, it's CBD. I need to get what June had for Spider-Man with Might and Valor, right? He knows, because when we played the raid, I was like, I need to get the false buff range piece, bro. Like, that's it. That's all I need to get. As soon as I get that, that's it. I don't need to touch the raid anymore with Spider-Man. That's it. Like, that's
Until the elite raid.
until the elite raid. Yeah. Totally.
So you got to do the raid to level up for that.
No, I'll do the OOC. Fuck the raid.
Oh, yeah, do it in a month. So we're gonna do it. We're gonna level up Spider-Man and do it with Spider-Man before you do it.
Got him.
June. No, you got a lot of gear, bro. Because like I said, you've ran this thing more than anybody on the panel, bro. Is there one piece that you're like, I'm glad I ran this raid for?
I would say the Sonic Conduit thing for Hulk and Grant. Yeah, I'll probably say that one.
That was fire, sir.
Yeah, because it improved what I was trying to do with Hulk. So yeah.
Hey,
That's the one I like.
Jayshockblast. You want
I'll
to hit us
tell
with
you,
a
man,
nerd sign, bro?
I got-
You want to hit us with a nerd sign?
I got actual Stormbreaker, like from my raid. I got like it's literally Stormbreaker, and it just one shots everything, and it has rainbow damage.
This bust
Rainbow damage.
Literally lights everybody on rainbow.
He's talking about Raid Shadow Legends right now.
Yeah, he's just got the email, bro. He's like, yo, listen, I'm about to play Raid Shadow Legends. I got Stormbreaker.
You say set out for president? Is that what that said?
Oh no! Sorry.
Is that Fortnite?
Set out for Fortnite.
That's his new code.
That was what I thought.
Use my creator
See, now
code.
I'm mad
at
because
Fortnite
like I
shops,
thought you
Sadot
said
for
hit you with the
Fortnite.
nerds, and then you got to like see the spoiler because that's how it was gonna end. Like when you were like, "Oh, do you have anything you want to add?" I was gonna be like, "Sadot for Fortnite."
I'm sorry. I
Ruined.
ruined it. Dude.
Ruined.
Good job, Joe. Good job, Joe.
Damn it, just the horrible host.
Okay,
You know what I mean?
Just act surprised when I do it.
That works. We can do that.
We're good actors here.
All right. So I think, man, I mean, we like 2.5 hours deep, dude. This was like awesome. I enjoyed myself. Johnny Rawker, anything you want to tell the people before we get up out of here?
Man, just appreciate everybody hanging out, dude. I feel like if we just all stick together, man, hang in there. The support in the community has been great. Overall, even when the people are mad, there's I feel like we're all eating good right now, right? And I would just like to see that continue.
Hey,
and
Flavius,
doing the things. That's right. Appreciate y'all.
Slight, You've been here like all night, bro. You've literally been on my channel for about 6 hours at this point, bro. Anything you want to tell the people about, dude?
I'm a Doom stan. Listen, go subscribe to the Doom Killer HD YouTube channel. All right. Listen, I'm off on holiday for a week, so I'm going to be gone for a little bit. So if you want some quality content, all these lads here on the round table, I've got it. Unless you haven't subscribed to them already, which you probably have, but if you haven't, then well, I mean, there you go. That's about it, really. Yeah, I just want to. Yeah, that's it. Everyone here's quality, so that's all I gotta say.
Twin got a word for him, bro.
Yeah. Stop being shills, please. It's
I got called a shill earlier. I got called a defender.
We all play this game. It's okay to have a sense of humor about it. It's okay to criticize it and push for changes to get better. Making light of bad bugs or saying, hey, we think this should really get fixed is not spreading hate. Stop it. You sound like a moron. you're actually worse for the community than the actual haters. The haters don't even play. They're off somewhere else. But the shows who are pushing people out of the community because they want to bury their heads in their sand. You're actively sabotaging the game that you love. So take a step back. If you don't like what someone said, think about it for a few seconds before you leave a stupid comment and consider that maybe, just maybe, they enjoy the game as much as you do. They're just looking at it more objectively because you are a bit emotional about it.
Say that, man. My dude, Mr. Ultimate Tricks. Any last words for the people, bro?
Don't use raid matchmaking. Find yourself a team. You're gonna get your units back. They're working on it, maybe. And you upgrade gear. You upgrade gear by clicking R2 on a gear piece you want to upgrade, and then it'll show you the gear that you need to upgrade or that you have available to use for infusion, and then you click on that piece. So if anyone still has questions on that, I think Sadot has a video on it. It's very simple, but that's it.
My dude Jay, you got anything you want to say besides calling us nerds?
So there it is.
For Fortnite.
Wow.
Oh,
I see the link comment.
Wow, that is crazy.
Everybody's so surprised.
I think that Spider-Man skin looks like garbage, Jay. I'm sorry, bro. Listen,
Comedy genius.
I mean, I'm gonna probably play it all day tomorrow because
that's what you
know,
do, sir.
I mean, I don't know.
They pay you the big bucks.
Go crazy.
Are you
They
playing
pay you
melee?
the epic
Are you
bucks,
doing
bro.
melee Spider-Man in that game?
I think it's the Japanese version of Spider-Man.
Oh my god! Oh, he's the one with the guns. Got you.
Right.
Got you.
You're gonna get the noir suit.
Yeah. Hold square to do his signature attack. I don't know. Does everybody ask you
What,
about that too?
fisting or?
Yeah. You know, Charukin. So
Oh,
anyway,
All right.
The Black Panther uppercut.
yeah, whatever it is.
My dude, June.
Yeah.
You got anything you want to tell these people, bro? I know you missed most of it, but we still vibing, though. We still vibing. Bruh.
This is deep.
Watch people.
This is serious. You know
Should have
he's
had him
meant
go
to be
first.
meaning this
Oh,
right
here
now.
it is. Here it is.
Because I gotta think it out first, you know.
You had all of our time.
Yeah.
If you're gonna run the raid, please don't go off AFK.
Oh God, yeah.
Right.
At least communicate.
Right. If you're gonna run a raid, use a microphone. How about that?
Yes, that's all.
Dump that piss bottle later.
Yes,
Piss on your controller when we're done.
Bro.
might as well.
Well, this has been another fantastic roundtable. Probably see you guys at the end of the month or the next time we drop some new content because it's really nothing to talk about after this. You know what I mean? So,
Right.
Johnny, you always awesome, my dude. Thank you for coming through, bringing that energy. Slight Stardust, you were drunk as shit, and this is probably the best showing you've had, sir. So drink more.
Okay, okay. I'll let my therapist know. Don't worry.
Sadot the Prophet, you came through, dog, and you said some things, and some things came through. So there we go. Trix always coming through with the fire analogies and the fire gear expertise and all of that stuff, dog. Thank you for always coming through with that fire, bro. Jayshockblast, you call me a nerd one more time, I will knock on your door. I will knock on your door, damn it.
And what will you do there?
He'll give
Say
you a
hi.
hug. Yeah.
Say hi.
We're not getting units back, by the way.
Uh-oh.
Said
Oh,
who?
I don't believe
you
it.
was like 2 hours late because you had that fire stream going over there, running that damn raid 30,000 times, my dude. But always appreciate you sliding through, my man. Thank you, thank you, thank
He's
you.
getting paid by CD, bro. That's the real.
Oh,
I'm the
boss
real
right there.
shill.
that's the real,
That's the real shill right there.
The real show. Big thank you, Damon. We appreciate it, man. Thank you, boss. Appreciate that. If anybody ain't got shit else to say, man, we about to get up out this piece, dog. So, we good here?
We good?
No last gripes.
You guys want to raid?
Oh,
Yeah, let's
anybody
go,
want to
Trix.
raid?
Come on, let's go, Trix.
Yeah, I'll
Dude,
raid.
he's
Are you
so
on
drunk, bro. He
PS4?
probably will, bro.
You said you were gonna
Okay,
fall
let's
asleep
go.
before instead of this guy was like, I got. You know, it's funny. You're like, I'm gonna fall asleep. I can't make it, and I was like, oh damn, poor guy. And he's like, I'm making it. And I was like, I'm glad I didn't say, oh, feel better. I would take it back.
Like, oh, feel better, bro. Feel good. And he's like, I'm here and I'm drunk as
I'm
shit. Let's
fucking
go.
listen. I've had my 5 hour, power up. I'm good. Let's go.
I'm not mad at it, dude.
I need some.
Oh,
Hard
coffee.
ass going to bed.
It's about 3:30 in the morning. I'm ready for fucking Kung Fu Panda 3, baby. Let's go.
I'm not mad. I'm not mad. Well, anyways, guys, thank y'all for tuning in again. Chat, y'all have been awesome. This has been a hell of a ride. We didn't bash anybody, and we still got everything off our chest panel. So that's pretty damn cool. I like that. With all that said, man, laissez les bon temps rouler, which means let the good times roll. Peace out, people.
There was an idea called the Avengers Initiative. The idea was to bring together a group of remarkable people, see if they could become something more, to fight the battles that we never could.
Avengers!
Assemble.
Let's go! It's time Avengers assemble. Together we fight as one, so the villain's starting to tremble. Let's go!